Right.
Not since the horrors of the...
Back into Mordheim. We won't let the intro play today, but it is an amazing intro.
Welcome to Mordheim, City of the Damned.
So, playing the Sisters of Iron Warband again today. So yeah, as I briefly kind of mentioned in the first episode, a lot of people say the Sisters is a good warband to start with for your first warband if you're just getting into the game. Yeah, there's a few reasons for that, but one of the main reasons and again, I'm not saying that I'm the one and only expert on this, but yeah, one of the reasons why I think the Sisters are a good starting warband is because at the start, it's really important when you're first getting into the game to learn how melee combat works. Movement, positioning, making sure that you have local superiority. Local superiority is super important. You know, you want to always outnumber the enemy in wherever the local area is. So ideally you want the enemy to be spread out and you want all your guys to be focused on, you know, one or two of the enemy players. And so with these Sisters, they're 100% melee warband. Everybody in their warband is melee. There's no ranged, so you know you don't have to worry about whether you want to have a ranged unit or not. You just it's simple, all melee. And I think that's good, especially for new players, because yeah, as I said, you don't want to be outnumbered in melee. So the more characters that you have that are ranged, the less potential people that you have in melee, you know. And even if you do have a ranged character, they're probably going to have to melee, you know, a fair bit as well. At least in the early game. If you start off with a rank 0 warband, you only have 5 characters. So if one of those guys is not in melee, then you've only got 4 guys, you know. So it's really important to have as many numbers as you can on the field. I feel like anyway. And I think definitely it's a good way to approach the game at the start, just focusing on learning that kind of basic thing of melee and you know, getting that local superiority basically. Excuse me. Also, the Sisters are quite a good melee orientated warband. You know, they've got pretty high you know, physical and martial stats. They're good at fighting. They tend to have access to a lot of heavy armor and shields and stuff like that. So they're good at, you know, if you just want to play a brute army of people that just bash, then, you know, Sisters are perfect for that. So yeah, good kind of simple warband. If you get really deep into the Sisters and once you've developed a lot of skills and you've got a lot of gear and stuff like that, there is alternate things that you can get into. But we don't need to worry about that too much now. But like one of the things you can do is you can make Fireball, like a Fireball focused warband where they're casting prayers and shooting people with Sigma fireballs. Excuse me. It's not, the spell's actually not called Fireball, but yeah, you get the gist. But in the early game, they don't have any access to ranged at all. Like they're just all 100% melee. You can get if you've got the access to the DLC heroes, you can get a Wolf Priest of Ulrich. He's also 100% melee. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, ranged none. Yeah. But you can get a Smuggler. The Smuggler has access to you know, various ranged weapons. So if you really want a ranged weapon, you can use Smuggler if you got the DLC. But as I said, if you're a new player, I recommend just go 100% melee and just get your head around how melee works. You know, overloading the enemy in a local area, and getting 2-on-1 as well. So if a melee combatant has two enemies that are not otherwise engaged with them, they're outnumbered 2-1 basically, then they have to roll a leadership test at the start of every turn, unless they're immune to all lone tests, which a lot of characters are. They have to roll a leadership test at the start of their round to see if they will actually attack or not, and also if they're able to see if they'll flee. And if they flee, you get automatic attacks of opportunity on them, like free hits on them as well. So yeah, so basically, you know, yeah, I'm going around in circles a little bit here, but yeah, basically at the start of the game, I recommend focusing on melee. Doesn't matter which warband you play. I'd recommend just going 100% melee with every single warband if it's your first warband, even if, you know, they're not the Sisters. But the Sisters are good because they're good at melee. They don't have any other options anyway, and that'll like allow you to just focus on learning the melee game. But yeah, I'm sure that like there's more I could say about that, but that's probably enough to get us started anyway. Yeah, our Sister Superior is wounded. I really like my Sister Superior, so I'm going to get her back in. But I was actually thinking maybe we could have a Wolf Priest just for a bit of variety, you know? It's a bit of a... I don't know. What do you call it when it's all girls? I don't know, if you had a party and it's all guys, you know, you call it, it's a bit of a sausage party, a bit of a sausage factory, you know? I'm not sure what it's like if it's all girls, but anyway, whatever. It's probably rude anyway. But yeah, we could get a Wolf Priest. There's actually some leveled up, a couple leveled up ones that you can, some hired swords we can get. If you want to get them. So this guy's got an old battle wound, reduces accuracy. You don't really want an injured one, so we won't worry about him. This guy's level 2. We can afford him, but it's a lot of gold. I think I'm going to save this gold in case, so we can try and get a ranked up Sister Superior or a ranked up Mother Matriarch. So I'll just get a rank 0 Wolf Priest. If you buy the DLC, you actually get 2 free ones that come with it. So yeah, so in terms of roleplay reasons, you know, although we are the Sisters of Sigmar, devout followers of Sigmar, we'll just say that we ran into this Wolf Priest who was also roaming the streets of Mordheim. Perhaps he's on some like solo mission of obsessive vengeance, out seeking to destroy some particular demon or enemy, and so he's decided to take up arms alongside the sisters. He worships a different god, but you know, he kind of like, you know, he looks down on the sisters a little bit, worshipping their like weakling new god Sigmar. But you know, he thinks they're basically their heart's in the right place, and they're also, you know, they're also enemies of evil, and stuff. So he's happy to fight alongside them. And the sisters don't really like his rough northerner ways, but they also recognize that he's one of the good guys. So he's got Heart of the Wolf, increases his chance to pass all alone, fear, and terror tests by 35%. Also affects skills such as threaten and intimidate. So that's kind of cool. There's a lot of, it's kind of it feels like a bit of a rip-off because a lot of characters are immune to all alone, fear, and terror. And this guy only gets 35% extra resistance to it. So you can see down here is all alone is 77. But he's also has resistance to threaten and intimidate. So it's kind of better than characters that are just immune, so that's kind of cool, but it's overall it's not that exciting. But yeah, I was thinking about building this guy as like a killer sort of character. Maybe just give him not too much defense, probably just give him heavy armor, so he's like got a lot of hit points and heavy armor, so he doesn't die fast, but otherwise he's going to focus on offense. So yeah, I think that should work. Got a great axe, we'll let him keep his great axe. We can give him a helmet. He's got like a wolf themed helmet, or we can give him a pendant, which gives you another 5% chance to pass all alone, fear, and terror tests. That could be good if you get surrounded. Oh yeah, I think this beard's definitely sexier. He's got different haircuts. Oh yeah, we can give him different haircuts too. I think the mohawk's pretty good. Gets in touch with his inner savage. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll make him a redhead. Oops. Actually, yeah, I like the grey. The grey's cool. All right. Now, yeah, we don't give him heavy armor because that'd slow him down. Later on, we'll give him heavy armor, but for now, we'll just stick with the light armor. I might make it a different color though. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. A bit more of a heavily armored look. Nice. And actually no, we'll give him a helmet as well. Give him the wolf helmet. Ulrich was Sigmar's god. He was indeed. He was indeed. Alright, so we've got this one. Brutal, exceptional, good. One warband's caught exploring the buildings, which is not super awesome. But the let's turn the music down a little bit. Music's already down really low. What did you have at maximum? Oh, anyway, that's right. Oh, it's accidentally exited. Alright, let's get in and get some combat happening. Oh yeah, I'm still a bit I'm still a little open to changing the name of the warband. I think Sisters of Iron's pretty good. That's pretty much the theme I wanted to go for this Sisters warband, at least at the start. Maybe we'll get later on, we'll get into other stuff. But I think yeah, I wanted to just go for focusing on basically just toughness. Make the unit as make them as durable as possible. So yeah, at the start, there's not really much we can do about that. We're very vulnerable. We don't have any defensive stats. We don't have any good gear. But eventually, that's what we're going to be working towards later on. All right, let's go brutal good. If you're new to the game, launch and deploy. Lets you choose where you want to put your guys. But I highly recommend, just for the fun factor, to always go launch mission and let it just randomly place your troops. Gets you into the action faster, and it just feels a bit more immersive.
Nearby buildings. Dispersed in the ruins, the scavengers present an inviting target for your warriors as they deploy. A new round has started.
Okay, so you want to get the secondary objective, which is going to give us heaps of bonus experience points and actually bonus, and also bonus loot. Then we have to collect at least 50% of these word stones. See, they're going to be around. They're going to be all scattered around here. So getting the big pieces of wordstone gives us the most loot, but getting like the most wordstone gets us that secondary objective. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 there. So if we can get those 6 plus 3 more, then we win. So we get 1, 2. I'm guessing that one's up on the roof. All right, we can try and we'll try and explore in here. Sometimes it might be on the ground floor. If it's on the ground floor. Oh yeah, beautiful. Okay. Play around with this a little bit. We'll go like that. We'll go like that, and then that should get us to here. Alright, beautiful. It's only a fragment, it's only worth 1 wordstone, but it gets us 1 point closer to that secondary objective. So Sigmar's Might is a prayer that we can do, but when you cast a prayer, you've got a chance of getting backlash. So you can see the Divine Wrath plus 15%. So basically got a 15% chance of getting Divine Wrath, like backlash from Sigmar or whatever, if we cast this. Later on in the game, you can get weapons that reduce the Divine Wrath, and you get skills that do reduce the Divine Wrath, and you can get enchantments, and you get enchantments on your items that give you minus Divine Wrath. So you can get to the point where you could cast like 1 or maybe 2 spells without actually having any chance of getting Divine Wrath and hurting yourself. But at the start, it's very RNG. Like you'll see the AI casting spells a lot and just risking it for the biscuit, you know. But for you, like, you know, it might only be 15% chance. Mostly there's nothing bad's gonna happen. Even if you do get Divine Wrath, a lot of the Divine Wraths aren't that bad. One of them stuns you for 1 turn. You know, it's not that bad. But there's one that instantly kills you, and you can get permanent injuries and just kill your character permanently, you know? So if you've ever had that happen to you, and I've had it happen to me a few times, it makes you strongly disinclined to ever risk using magic, you know, when you've got a chance of Divine Wrath. But on the other hand, you know, you can just play it, throw caution to the wind and let them, you know, let them have at it. But yeah, we're not going to be using any magic for quite a while. You know, stay away from the magic until we actually get some gear and stuff to make it safer. Love this game. Remember, stick together, don't get separated. Had a really good Skaven and Undead run. Great fun. Awesome, great Penny. Last Penny. Really glad that you enjoy the game. It's like there's very few games that really, you know, have a huge impact on me and that I essentially love, you know, like and this one's one of those games, you know, I've played hundreds of hours into it, you know, I get sort of obsessed over it sometimes. Like I just love it, you know. I wish there was more of it, basically. Sororitas Sigmaris, indeed. That's us. Yeah, there's very few games that I'd put in that category, you know, like Mountain Blade, Total War, and this game, and maybe XCOM tactical games. Those are like pretty much the 4 kind of types of games that I really love, and that I think are just amazing. You know, yeah, it's quite unique as well. There's no other game like this, really. Necromunda's kind of like it, but they somehow kind of missed the mark with Necromunda. It doesn't have the same vibe. But yeah, this game's amazing. Okay, so these are my novices. Novices, you know, they're just in light armor. That increases their dodge chance. Because they're like level 0 or whatever, they don't really have that much dodge chance, 50%. Still decent, still worthwhile, but it's not like, you know, it's not reliable, I guess. Yeah, 400 hours in this? Yeah, me too. I've got hundreds of hours in it as well. Great game. How many hours have I got? I've got 870 hours now, apparently. Not that it's competition, but if it was, then I would win, because I've got 870 hours. There you go. But now I've played a fair bit of it. It's one of those games where, you know, I come back to it every year or every few years or every few months. I'll like just come back and just get right back into it again, you know. Although I tend to like wear myself out on it a little bit faster than like Total War. But I'll tend to like play it for, you know, a month or 2, and then I'll kind of be over it for a while until I then eventually, you know, months later, I'll just get inspired that I want to start a new Warband or whatever, you know. I think the one thing that kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a strength and a weakness of this game, that it's extremely grindy. Like the
round has started.
Like the progression of it is really slow, but it's sort of good because the progression is really what keeps you wanting to play. Like you keep wanting to, you know, because it takes a long time to build up your characters and achieve all of the kind of dreams that you have for all of your characters, what they're eventually going to be like when they're really powerful or whatever. And that, you know, that aspirational kind of thing, I think, is what gives it a lot of the longevity of the game. But at the same time, because it takes so long,
objectives
it makes it like it's hard to keep campaigns fresh, I think, you know, like if you play like XCOM 2, I think it kind of is almost the opposite. Like XCOM 2 is really cool because it has a lot of the same things. Like you have this sort of really hardcore tactical combat game. You have this also really in-depth a strategic layer of like leveling up your
objectives
stuff,
updated.
And progression and everything, but you are continuously encountering new challenges, you know, new types of monsters and enemies and stuff like that. Whereas with this, the newness comes mainly from your own character's development, and it doesn't change. It changes very slowly because it's such a slow, grindy game. So yeah, so it's like, it's great, but I feel like a lot of the drive that makes you want to keep playing it is that progression, and the progression is necessarily slow because if it was fast, you would just run out of shit to do, you know. But yeah, I think that does make it feel the freshness, kind of like once you're like 7 or 8 or 10 or 20 or 30 or 100, you know, missions into a warband, you know, like for me, I'm very much like
Objectives
a restart-itis, grass is greener on the other side kind of guy, you know. So I always want to start new warbands and try out new ideas and stuff like that. And so yeah, so with this, it's like if you want to really bring your dreams for your warband to fruition, it's going to take probably hundreds of hours, like probably 100 or 200 hours. Like yeah, I think you said you had a really good Skaven and an Undead run, but probably you didn't actually max out those warbands, did you? Like you probably got to like warband level 10, you probably had multiple level 10 characters, full sets of purple items, enchantments and stuff like that. But even still, you probably still didn't have all your characters with like the perfect skill setups. You probably didn't have all your characters with the perfect enchant setups. You probably didn't have all of the perfect books setups to get maximum stats on all things you wanted. You know, I mean, it's great. You know, let me know. I'd be interested to see how far you got. But yeah, it's like that's the thing. You can spend 400 hours and still not even kind of max everything out. It takes a long time to really run out of progression. But yeah, so I've got 870 hours, as I said, and I haven't ever maxed out, like fully maxed out a warband either. As I said, I've got multiple level 10 warbands that have got, you know, level 10 characters and stuff, but yeah, they don't have like the perfect enchant setups and all that. It's yeah, very yeah, you don't really run out of development. There's always more development to be done. But yes, this is my sister's Sigmar warband. So basically the idea, as I said, a lot of it's aspirational with this game. I feel like, you know, it's all about like dreaming of how awesome your warband's going to be, you know, one day. So yeah, my aspiration, I guess, for this warband is that they're, I need to get one more wordstone from somewhere. Yeah, basically I want to make all of these sisters as like tough and durable as I can. You know, dodge tanks, melee resist tanks. And then I want, once they're ready, I want to get a maiden of Sigmar, like they're impressive, and then make it sort of like the whole warband is basically devoted to following her around and, you know, basically protecting her and letting her, you know, bash everything, essentially. So yeah, I want to just make everyone, so full army of tanks, except for my sister, except for my maiden of Sigmar, who's going to be just the absolute killer. So that's the aspiration. But at the moment we're still only ranked like 1 warband, and we don't even have a maiden yet. And that is totally fine. Never played Chaos or Sisters, I think. Sisters are quite easy to get into, and quite enjoyable. I'd say Chaos is definitely a very hard, like, you know, yeah, if I had to pick one warband which is the hardest for, especially for new players, to get your head around, I'd say Chaos. It's definitely, yeah, it's definitely strategies. Like, you know, I've done a stream of the Chaos warband fairly recently. There's definitely strategies around how to approach Chaos warbands, but yeah, they're a bit, they're quite, yeah. The mutation aspect of it is really hard. Can be hard for some people to deal with, like basically because with every other faction you control exactly what skills and stats and progression you get. With Chaos at rank 1, rank 4 and rank 7 you get a random mutation which potentially could completely destroy whatever build. Like you could be building a mutant archer and then you get a mutation where one of his arms turns into a crab claw and now he can't hold a bow, and you've like invested like, you know, 8 skill points into bow, like making him a master archer and everything, and then all of a sudden he's only got 1 arm and he can't be a bowman anymore, you know. So yeah, so that's like, it can be a bit hard for people to deal with Chaos, I think, if they haven't played them before. But on the other hand, like the cool thing about Chaos that no other kind of faction has is that exact same thing, that you can make these builds and have these characters that are so unique because they've got these like crazy random fucking things, you know, that other characters can't get. So yeah, I feel like Chaos is a bit of a, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, get wrecked, son. Chaos is a bit of a paradox. But yeah, I highly recommend Chaos, but yeah, it is harder to deal with, I would say. Don't want any of that.
A new round
We need
has
one
started.
more. We need one more wordstone. Okay, this is good actually. She's got a lot of movement points. But she doesn't have any spots. What a dumbass. Okay, I just wasted that. Oh, this is their wagon here, right? I'm gonna. Oh no, I can't steal it. Fuck. All right. I'm just gonna get back in formation. You don't want to be too spread out. We've killed one of them already with minimal damage to us, so let's just let them come to us. But yeah, it's like, yeah, Chaos is a weird one for me. Chaos is kind of like my least favorite because I love to be in control and I love to be able to plan. I love to be able to plan all my warbands and stuff like that. So the idea of just random mutations just completely fucking up everything that I've been working on is kind of horrifying to me. But at the same time, yeah, it's weird. It's like Chaos is kind of like my warband that I hate, or at least like the least. But at the same time, it's sort of the warband I'm the most fascinated with as well. I want to go and get those wordstones, but I'm worried I'll get exposed and killed. Fuck it. The risk it for the biscuit. She's probably gonna get killed.
Completed.
Hey, Mr. Phoenix. No, man, I had about 7 hours sleep, and then my wife's out visiting friends today. So I thought normally I'd be having dinner now and hanging out with the wife, watching a bit of TV. And then usually I have a nap before I stream. But I didn't get up that long ago, so I kind of thought maybe I don't need a nap before the stream today. I'll just do a mini stream of Mordheim, and then we'll get into the main stream of Warhammer, later on. Is the plan. Woke up yourself? Yeah. I found Undead surprisingly strong. Skaven are shit to start, but can be lethal later. Yeah. Yeah, so another thing actually that I didn't talk about. Hey, Lately. How you going, buddy? Hey, Mrs. Lately. Yeah, so another thing I didn't really mention before. So I was sort of saying, Sisters of Sigmar, I think, are probably like the best or one of the best warbands to start with if you're a new player. So part of it is because of their kind of like melee focus, melee supremacy, I guess you might say. But the other thing about them is that they have a strong hero and strong lords, strong hero and strong leader. And I think one of the strategies that I promote, I guess, for people is to focus on putting all your experience, trying to get leveling up, one or two characters, focus on one or two characters, and excuse me, and don't worry, and treat the rest of your characters as expendable. And that way you basically can put all the value into a couple of characters, and you can protect those characters and protect that value, Whereas if you equally level up everybody and you value everyone equally, like, people are definitely going to die, right? So it's just a fact of life. There's nothing you can do about it. People are going to die in the early game when you don't have the skills or the resources to protect them properly. So the way I deal with that in the early game is have some expendable guys, some valuable guys. Use the expendable guys to protect the valuable guys. And so one of the reasons the sisters work especially well as in a new warband is because the Sister Superior and the Matriarch are both quite strong in melee. They're quite good, strong, tough characters. Excuse me. Whereas Skaven, for example, the leader is pretty like deadly, does a lot of damage, but he's not very durable or tough. We're just looting the enemy's wagon here. But yeah, factions like the Empire Mercs as well. Empire Mercs probably just as good as Sisters as a starting warband, I would say. And we just stole their idol. That makes them lowers their morale. So you can see at the top there, they're down there at a 21 over 18. Once that 21 goes below 18, they have to start rolling route tests. Where do we want to move up? We want to move. There's a guy around the corner here. Yeah, get wrecked, son. This guy's a ranged, so we'll wrap him up with a melee. Yeah. So anyway, basically, I'd say, yeah, Skaven. I agree with you. I think Skaven are it's not one of the best ones to start with at the start. And yeah, conversely, I think Sisters and Mercs especially both have quite strong heroes, and the Sisters especially, the Sister Superior and the Matriarch are both tough melee heroes. And so if you're going with my kind of preferred way of doing things, where you're going to focus on one or two characters, Sisters are great because straight away from the start of the game, you can get a Sister Superior and a Matriarch, both tough melee characters. When you're in melee, by the way, it gives you a bit of extra missile resistance. So yeah, so it actually kind of protects me from the archers by being in melee with this guy. Walked into a trap. But yeah, sorry, you mentioning undead put me onto that. So the thing with undead as well, they also work quite well with this strategy because the Vampire Lord and especially the Vampire Thrall heroes are also both really strong melee heroes. And see if this guy's got anything worth looting. Not really. So yeah, so if you want to kind of do the same build, same sort of strategy, you can just go like level up your Vampire Lord, your Vampire Thrall, and just have a bunch of skeletons and ghouls that you don't care about, and then just sacrifice them constantly, you know. Hey, the Mechius Tech, there you go, buddy. I wasn't sure how to build Skaven. It seems like they are meant for a high agility dodge build. I can't really answer that in really simple, like a one-liner, Mr. Phoenix. But I can definitely give you lots of tips about Skaven. I'm not like a Skaven main. I'm not like an expert in Skaven, but yeah. But my tactic with Skaven was to gang up on everyone, isolate they're useless, to go with their brutal. Yes, yeah, that is definitely a primary Skaven thing. They're fast. That's their biggest defining attribute really of Skaven is that they're fast. So they're one of the best at like ganging up on enemies. They even have a skill that makes them extra good in combat if they're ganging up on enemies, which is cool. I don't usually take it though, but can we get a bit of extra loot? So we've already got their leadership now. See their morale's now 12 out of 18. So next time they activate, which is their character's going to go after me, you can see at the top there the initiative order. I'm 49. Then they've got a guy who's 49 who's going to go after me. As soon as that guy activates, they're gonna have to roll a leadership test. So with a bit of luck, they might fail it, and then we just instantly win. But yeah, I don't know. I suspect they may, not fail it. Where's that? There's a bit of wordstone there, but I don't see it. Oh, it's a little crappy little fragment. But yeah, with Skaven, yeah, as I said, I'm not an expert on Skaven. I've got a few, I've got quite a few good Skaven things that you can do later on once you've got a few leveled up characters and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I've really got a starting. So they passed their route test, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know if I've got a good strategy for how to start with Skaven, actually. My current Skaven's Warband that I'm starting that I've got going right now, I would not recommend that that's not really, I didn't create that Warband to be an optimal, like, follow this if you're a new player kind of thing. And I don't think I even really talked about what you should do as a new player either, so maybe I should have talked about it a bit more. Are you playing Skaven? Are you playing a Skaven Warband now, Mr. Phoenix? Do you need urgent Skaven advice? Or is this just more of a general conversational gambit? Yeah, so I'm trying to like condense all my guys again now. We've got a few guys that are damaged. I like to use my hit points as a resource as well. So, you know, if you've got a guy that's got full health, then that guy is good as a roadblock, you know, because he can survive 1 or 2 hits. So yeah, so I've got a few guys that are not at full health, so they're now vulnerable to getting one-shot killed. So I'm going to try and protect them. We could try to... All right, so this guy, so just say this guy had low hit points, I'd probably put her in dodge stance to try to keep her alive a bit longer. But since she's got full health, I'm going to put her into ambush stance. So if anyone walks near her, she's going to charge out and engage them. And then if she can engage them, even if that results in her getting hit, that reduces the chance of this free agent running around and potentially killing one of my weak guys, you know? Skaven was the first warband I tried because I love them. It's the only band that I played extensively. I think I got to level 10 or so. I tried 1 or 2 other bands, but they were just okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, what's your... so this guy's got low health. She's going to die. Or maybe not. Okay, so I've got a guy there with very low health, extremely vulnerable. And so I want to try and keep her alive, right? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 guys on here right now. So now if this guy gets to activate again, instead of just having only, because he's locked onto her basically, right? Instead of only having 1 target, which means he's definitely going to kill her, now he's got 2 targets, right? So we've split his potential target. So there's a chance that he might not decide to kill her. But also I'm going to do everything that I can to kill this guy before he gets to activate again, because even though I've got, like, even if I get 3 or 4 people on him, he still might just decide to kill her. She's definitely vulnerable to being killed. So we're going to make it a priority to absolutely positively make sure this guy gets fucking dead. A new round
has started.
I should have charged then, but that's all right. Black Skaven are the heavy hitters. Everyone else is agility. Black Skaven are 2-hander polearm, brutal, plus engineer is insane. Yeah, good call. So yes, if you're not going to use an impressive, the Rat Ogre impressive is really destructive. One of the best, most killy fucking impressives you can get is the Skaven one. But if you're not going to use the impressive, or even if you are, the Black Skaven make a good killer instead. Like if you want to have like 1 or 2 primary killers, then yeah, Rat Ogre and Black Skaven are the go-to guys. And you can use Black Hunger, which is their special thing, a special thing that Skaven have that gives you like 40% extra damage in exchange for health. So that basically really makes Skaven killer type characters like a step above all of the other factions because they've got this extra ability that gives them like 40% extra damage, which is just crazy. Excuse me. So yeah, good call, Penny, on the Black Skaven. They're real badass. Yeah, and also the engineer, the Poison Wind Globadier, the DLC hero for the Skaven, is probably one of the most powerful characters in the game. They can do AoE poison. They can also do AoE healing. They can heal your characters, that's really powerful. Excuse me. Miss Phoenix said, I ended up building my Skaven henchman with shields and heavy armor, which actually seems to work okay, but a huge investment in points since the low starting strength on Skaven. Yeah, so that was the one thing that I'm really into with Skaven, is going for exclusively Warp Guard as my henchman and building them all as tanks. If you give them armor proficiency 1 and knowledge Mordheim, so armor proficiency 1 means they only lose 1 point instead of 2 points by wearing movement points by wearing heavy armor, and knowledge Mordheim gives them +1 movement point. So essentially, it keeps them at 8 movement point, but allows them to wear heavy armor. Yeah, I like to have them in heavy armor, shields, melee resist, and they can become like extremely tanky, right? So if you've got 5 like super tanky henchmen, then that gives you a lot more freedom to have your some of your heroes being like really offensive, like your Black Skaven and your Rat Ogre and stuff. But yeah, so I don't know if it's like the optimal way to build Skaven, but I really like focusing on the Rat Ogre or Black Skaven and just trying to make them as fucking much of a, destructive nuclear bomb as I can that just destroys everything. But no, I think you're pretty on track, Mr. Phoenix. Sounds like you know what you're doing. But, well, I mean, as I said, I'm not an expert in Skaven, but yeah, that's pretty much what I would go for. The only thing, yeah, you didn't mention the Poison Wind Globadier. If you haven't been using Poison Wind Globadiers, they're widely thought of as probably the most powerful character in the game, possibly, so if you haven't been using them, maybe explore that. That might up your Skaven game a lot. But yeah, I think especially if you're combining them with really tough Warp Guard that have got like higher health, higher armor, high melee resist, and then you can heal them with your as well. So even if they do take some damage, you can chuck some heals on them. You never bought the DLC? Well, if you're interested in if anyone's interested in getting into this game right now, don't buy it on Steam. It does go on special on Steam very often, and it goes on Steam. It goes on special for like 90% off. So if it's on special on Steam, you'll be able to pick up the game for a couple of dollars. But it's not currently on special. So currently, if you try and buy it on Steam, it's going to be like $27. But if you buy it on Instant Gaming, it's going to be like $1.50. Like it's literally $1.50 right now on Instant Gaming. So anyone who doesn't own this game right now, go to Instant Gaming and buy it. It's $1.50. It's fucking awesome. But the DLCs cost like $5. The DLC is super expensive. Yeah, no, don't buy it on Steam. Buy it on Instant Gaming. So on Steam, they're like fucking $30 a pop or whatever. On Instant Gaming, it's like $1.50 for the main game and like $5 for the DLCs. So yeah, and don't worry about such an old game. It's a fucking awesome game and it's unique. There's nothing like it. There's never been anything like it. It's just like it's its own category. It doesn't matter that it's old because it's still the latest one. There's nothing better than it. Yeah, I don't know. Some people say the graphics are not very good, but I don't know. Like, I recognize they're not like cutting edge, but I feel like they do a really good job of getting me immersed in the world. Like the art, the fidelity of the graphics might not be modern level, but the actual art style and like the way everything looks and everything, it's just spot on. Such a great rendition of, expression of Warhammer. Love it. Now, this guy is their highest leadership character and their leadership, then their leader. So if we take this guy out, they're going to have to roll another leadership test, but also because their leader's their highest leadership guy, if we kill him, then they'll have to roll a leadership test based on this dude's leadership, which is going to be much, much lower. So basically, if we kill their leader, then they're 100% going to rout. But yeah, so yeah, DLC is more expensive, but it's still really cheap if you get on Instant Gaming. Revengeance. Huzzah! Okay, so they didn't even get to roll because his because I think they had like 13 morale or something, and their captain's morale impact was like 16 or whatever. So basically, when he died, their morale went down to 0, and if your morale goes to 0, you don't even get to roll; you just automatically fail. So we just instantly routed them.
Strength in steel wins a fight, but it is your strength of spirit that wins battles.
So, Mr. Phoenix, basically, I'm just going to keep subtly trying to influence you until you go into Instagaming and buy the Skaven Poisonwind Globadier DLC.
Remarkable. The gods are with you.
So I don't insist that you do it. All I ask is that when you eventually, your will is eventually broken and you do it, that you let me know so that I can know that I won.
Outstanding. Nice progress.
But yeah, no, if you go and I'll just for in case there's anyone else that's interested, I'll just chuck up a link for Instant Gaming. It is my affiliate link, so it does help me. You know, make money if you, well, not really much. I get like 3%, and because it's so cheap, it's like 3% of fuck all is fuck all. But no, it does technically help me out if you use my link. But even if you don't use my link, I'm not offended at all. Oh, I don't think that they're on here. I don't think you can get the. Sorry, you can get the main DLCs, but I don't think you can get the I don't think you can get the. I don't think you can get the characters. That sucks. So yeah, Instant Gaming. Unfortunately, it's like it's usually super cheap, but unfortunately, they don't always have keys. Like they run out of stock. So yeah. Yeah, I'll pop this up anyway for anyone else who wants to buy the game. As I said, it's only $1.50. I find it hard to recommend things, and I don't usually do reviews of things because I don't really know how much you value. You know what I mean? I don't know your economic situation. I don't know how much you value games. I don't know how much you like these games. So it's quite hard to recommend. Stuff to people without knowing, you know, everything. But because of this one, because like if you are watching this now, then I know that you're interested in these type of games, but maybe you don't know whether this particular one like is deep enough or complex enough or real. You know, sometimes games like sell themselves as being like exactly the type of game that you love, but then you play them and they just aren't the full package. They don't deliver, you know what I mean? Whereas, so basically I'm saying if you like the idea of this game, like I've played 900 hours of it and I can confirm for you that yes, it does deliver. So, you know, but more importantly than that, it's like $1.50. So it's like, so I feel like 100% like comfortable in recommending that people buy this game on Instant Gaming for $1.50 and try it out. Even if you don't want to play it right now, just buy it anyway, have it in your Steam library, and then just one weekend when you've got some free time, you'll enjoy a fucking amazing gem of a game. But if you want to buy, oh, actually, the Poisonwind Globadier is only $2.95 on Steam. So even though it's not even on special, it's only $2.95 if you want the Poisonwind Globadier. So yeah, if and when you decide to get back into your Skaven Warband, I'd recommend you don't continue your previous Skaven Warband. Start a new Warband. Don't start from rank 5. You've unlocked the ability to start at rank 5. Don't do that. Go back and start a new, fresh warband from rank 0, so you can experience the full joy of it. Trust me, it doesn't logically it doesn't make sense, but it just makes it better somehow. And if you're going to do that, then also spend the $3, get your Poisonwind Globadier this time. All right, I've ranted on. Yeah, don't buy the DLC. The DLCs are like $12.95 on Steam, but they're only $5 on Instant Gaming. So you want to buy the main game for $1.50, the 2 DLCs for $5 each. So that's like $11.50 get that on Instant Gaming, and then buy the 2 DLC characters from the 4 DLC characters from Steam, which is another like $12 or whatever. So it's the whole lot will be like $25 if you buy it in that from those places. But if you only like one race, you don't need to buy everything. You just need to buy base game and like 1 DLC. All right. You can buy the bundles of 1 hero, 1 villain DLC character even cheaper. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Sorry about that rant for all the people that are not.
New warriors are available for hire.
1 hero slot. Nice. So
Your
now we've got 2
warband
heroes.
is getting stronger.
Rank 2. Glorious. That was good in terms of money as well. We got a heap of crap. Now, our Sister Superior is still out for another 1 turn, so we need another hero. Now, we've now got the ability to get purifiers. Now, purifiers, excuse me. If you want to later on, if you want to go for the fireball setup, like purifiers are your casters. So you have 2 purifiers plus the matriarch, all of which can do what's the spell called? Sigmar's Comet or something? Comets of, yeah, basically you can shoot comets at people. But we're not going to focus on that at the moment. So I guess the purifier, even though we're not going to be using any magic, they're just worse than Sister Superior's pure. Yeah, exactly. They're worse than Sister Superior's pure melee. They are immune to all alone though. So if you want to have, it's important to you to have somebody that's immune to all alone. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just not good. Basically, yeah, they're just worse than sisters. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I don't think there's any real reason why we need one at this point. The only reason to take them is later on if you want to make a Comet Warband, then you can take them. If you want to make a killer, character that's not your maiden, then I guess she makes a slightly better killer. Got 15 accuracy, so your crit skills, 17 weapon skill, 13 strength. It's like 1 point higher. But yeah, the Sister Superior doesn't have access to the crit skills. They can heal as well. Yeah, oh yeah, you can use them. So yeah, so you can use them as healers or as Comet casters. But at the start, I didn't really like to use Comet because they blow themselves up and die a lot. But sisters don't have any ranged at all. So getting one of these guys with the Comet does at least give you a ranged option that you could use in an emergency. But I feel like without all the supporting skills and stuff, it's just not really worth bothering with Comet. So yeah, I don't know. I was kind of considering taking one just for the variety for you guys, so that we can have a mixture of characters. But I don't really want one. But yeah, fuck it. Let's get one, just so you guys have got some different looking characters to look at. Yeah. So she's got this spell, Comet of Sigmar. Does 12 to 17 damage. Later on, if we upgrade it, we can do 24 to 34 damage. But it's got 15% or 20% if you do the upgraded version. 20% chance of Divine Wrath. Now, that's the thing. So, Divine Wrath can kill you guys, and it sucks when that happens, but it mostly doesn't, So I could get her and just be casting Comet, like every chance she gets, just commenting the shit out of everything, and she probably won't die, but she probably will eventually die. If I keep doing it long enough, probability dictates that she will eventually blow herself up. But you can actually throw a lot of comments before they actually die a lot of the time, because it's relatively low chance. There's only a 15% chance she'll get backlash if you only do it once a turn. And even if she does get backlash, most of the Divine Wraths are not lethal. But anyway, she's that's all right. We'll get her in there. Now I want to keep these guys kind of low level, so I might just hire a fresh sister, not sister, fresh novice. Yeah, I'll fire the level 2. Oh, what's this sister with one arm? Level 5, injury, 7 arm, concussion, sometimes confused. This would stretch around. Nah. If she just had the one arm missing and she was a novice, that would have actually been kind of good because it makes her better at dodging. But it's not, a sister with one arm is not really very good. All right, just get our color preset going. Kind of going for a black and white theme on these guys. You can kill, not injure, you mean? Either straight dead or wounded, not injured. Well, if you get killed, if you get 999 damage, you will go down, but then you have to roll an injury after. You have to roll an injury after the battle, right? But you don't necessarily die, right? Like, you'll die on the battlefield, but your character won't necessarily be dead. I think you can get, so I think you can take 999 damage and just get instantly killed. You can get an open wound, which basically gives you like more crit resistance, like less crit resistance and stuff. You can get stunned. Those are probably like the 3 worst ones, I think. And then you can just take damage. I think you can just get like 20 damage or whatever. And you can get and there's some other ones as well that are like less bad, like some like penalties to spellcasting or whatever that don't really be. But the point is, there's like most of the options don't kill you, you know, like most of the options aren't that bad, I guess. The dead roll and 999 thing is disabled. Oh, so you literally can't die at all? Like you can't permanently die from it? No, I didn't know that. So yeah, if you don't mind blowing yourself up occasionally, you can definitely risk it. Looking it up, but I remember reading that. Yeah, thanks for that, Paven. That's useful information. Oh yeah, we need to make her. We need to fix up her outfit as well. Yeah, nice. I feel like I want to give her a bit of red on her just to show that she's like a, you know, psycho. She's a fireballer. Or maybe we'll give her little loincloth can be it's weird. The red on the other characters is really dark, but the red on hers is really light for some reason. It's weird. Zeech's Wrath. Cast loses all of their wounds and is automatically taken out of action. Post-mission injury rolls are limited to non-permanent injuries and brain trauma. Oh, so they can get brain trauma. Caster loses all its wounds, automatically taken out of action. Post-mission... If you run a helmet enchant that makes your character immune to brain trauma, then you can only get non-permanent injuries. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've had a character get dead and then get killed by it and then get brain trauma before, which instantly made them, you know, fucked, and I had to delete them. So I mean, lucky. Oh, here we go. Deadly. Horrors of Mordheim. Deadly, exceptional, exceptional. Warband is divided into 3 strike teams. The other is scattered randomly around the area, scared by something. So it's deadly, which means the enemies have 50% more HP and do 50% more damage. And it's got a really shitty setup where one warband is divided up into 3 groups scattered around, and the other warband is just scattered around randomly. So basically, like, we're all going to be mixed up with each other and fucked up. So the exceptional looks really nice. The Wordstone Rush is our preferred mission type, but the setup, the deadly makes it high risk, and the setup is super bad. So if you want to get all your dudes killed, that one would be the one to go for. So this is like super safe, right? This is what you want if you want a safe one. Each warband deploys in a wide arc far away from each other. So you've got, yeah, like very, very safe. You're going to be far away. It's going to be really easy. I'll just go for this one. Sometimes I like to go for the crazy death suicide missions, but I'll go for the other one this time.
Over the ruins.
Yeah, thanks for looking that up, Haven. That's interesting.
Trail, your warriors deploy from their wagon and spread out. A new round has started.
Yeah, the other thing about this character is I don't really care about her. Like, she's not, so my matriarch and my sister superior are kind of my main characters that I'm trying to level up. Whereas this character, I'm going to get rid of her anyway. So I don't really care if she blows herself up and gives herself brain trauma. So I'm happy to throw out some. Oh, actually, we've got a Hammer of Sigmar I couldn't have given her that actually reduces the chance of her getting a backlash, but I forgot to equip it. All right, let's just run straight for the loot. The other, so we know that the other warband is set up near their wagon. So both of us are set up near their wagon. So they're going to be like a mirror image of me, like this, but over here. So they're all here, right? So basically that, like, I run as far as I can get. They're the same. The closest they're going to be able to get to us is here. So we can basically just sprint as fast as we can, and we know that they're not going to be able to hurt us or anything. That's why I'm saying this is a very safe maps, very safe type of start. I gotta say the character model for these guys does look really cool. All of the sisters' character models I love. Even the what's the scout character they have? The light armor scout with the blindfold. Even that character, I think they look amazing. I think every single one of the sisters' models looks amazing. Even though I don't really use the sisters and I don't really use the scouts, I still think their models look really cool. The augur, yeah, that's right, the augur. Yeah, the augur, I guess, the augur's kind of good if you want to have like a bit of a Skaven, bit of a like kind of, you know, fast Skaven type explorer, run around everywhere type character. I think that's kind of what the augurs are really good for. But in terms of combat, they're not really good at anything. You know, like you can build them as a dodge tank. I mean, you will build them as a dodge tank, but they're not like particularly tanky or anything, you know what I mean? Like they're just not really very good at fighting, which is a bit of a handicap in this game, I think. But if you're the type of player that likes a lot of like map I don't know, map control, I guess, map using, I don't know, yeah. If you like running around a lot, I guess. They're not high damage, and dodge tanks just inherently take longer to get going because you need higher amounts of agility and longer training times to cancel dodge. Yeah, yeah. But I feel like the thing is, I feel like a novice henchman almost makes a better dodge tank than an augur hero. You know, even like when they're both maxed out. Actually, I went the wrong way. Like, I mean, the augur would probably have higher dodge chance, but the sister would have, you know, like a shield. Oh, well, yeah, I guess you could have a shield, yeah. Yeah, actually, I don't know what I'm talking about, really.
Objectives updated.
I think I don't know. I think they just die. I think they just die a lot. I think it's probably like you say, it's just hard to get them leveled up and they die a lot when they're low level.
Objectives updated.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so like augurs are literally, in a literal sense, augurs are better dodge tanks than novices, right? Obviously. Yeah, so I shouldn't have said that. But what I meant was like, I feel like having a bunch of maxed out dodge tank high MR novices, they feel like really tanky, reliable, good characters, you know. Whereas when you have a fully tanked out max avoid, max sidestep augur, it feels like an okay dodge tank until you just get caught not in dodge and you just get fucked up and killed. But it still feels like, you know, not as good as Assistant Superior. You know what I mean? So like novices feel like good value for what they are, whereas I feel like augurs don't feel like good value for what they are, if you know what I mean. That's kind of what I was trying to get at, I guess. Assistant Superior don't get wall hacks for free. Yeah, if you really value that mobility and being able to just, you know, see through walls and, you know, like, yeah, if you that like, yeah, augurs are really good at interacting with the map essentially. You know, you can make them like super fast and yeah. But yeah, I think I need to try. I think I have a bit of a tendency to, you know, like obviously from all this stuff I'm saying, I've had bad experiences with augurs before, and you know, I've used augurs. I've tried to, you know, make builds with augurs and stuff, and in pretty much every time I've done it, ultimately I've not been really that satisfied with the end result. And so yeah, so I've got this tendency to kind of, you know, now that I've decided that augurs are shit, basically never change my mind, you know, and just always, you know, but I think I have to fight against that tendency a little bit, because I really enjoy, like, when somebody gives me a new idea, a new, you know, character build that I haven't thought of, a new way of using a character that I haven't thought of before, I really love that, you know. That's one of the things that gives me the most enjoyment in the game. It's like the best, it's like almost my most fun thing, you know. So yeah, so it's like, as much as I guess I'm saying, take what I say with a grain of salt, because as much as I'm talking shit about augurs and I think that they're completely fucked and I am never going to ever recruit one, like, at the same time, I'm kind of secretly hoping that you'll convince me that they're actually awesome, and that I'll actually find out that they're actually awesome, and then I'll have this whole new toy to play with, you know. So yeah, so you always like take it with a grain of salt. You may consider yourself to have won already. I've convinced you, have I, Mr. Phoenix? No, I don't feel like I've won. I want to hear that you've reinstalled Mordheim and you bought the Globadier. You bought the Globadier character from Steam, because it's only on Steam. From Steam for $3, and that you started a rank 0 warband, which is what I recommended, rather than you didn't continue your existing warband that's already like super powerful and make it even better. You didn't start a rank 5 warband to get a head start because you've unlocked it. You went all the way back to start a rank 0 warband, and you've got the Globadier. And once you admit that, then I will have won. Oh, did you buy the Globadier already? But have you started a new rank 0 warband though? I won't consider it complete victory until you've started a new rank 0 Skaven warband. Don't worry though, I'm like confident that you will. I'm not like concerned at all. Basically, I've already won. It's just a matter of time. I just want you to let me know when it happens. Globadiers are so good.
A new round has started.
All right, let's get me some weird soon. I love how this is set in. It's set a couple of hundred years before Warhammer Fantasy, so it's sort of like it's like history, you know. It's like Warhammer history. It's kind of cool.
Objectives updated.
Playing Total War Warhammer 3 at the moment. It's only 6:30. Can I have breakfast at least? Yeah, no, you can take your time. I'm not trying to pressure you into anything, you know. I'm just saying that when you do inevitably buy the Globadier and start a new rank 0 warband, then you just let me know, so I'll know that I've won. But no pressure. Updated. No pressure. Just in your own time. Just when it inevitably happens. Hey, availability, how's Mordheim? I played it ages ago and I was so bad at it. Yeah, I think a lot of people are put off by being really bad at it. But yeah, I pretty much at the start of every campaign, I generally talk about how to mitigate that, you know, feeling of being bad at the game and having all your favorite dudes die and shit. It's a very common complaint, very common thing that people run into, and there are definitely really simple techniques you can use to mitigate it. But yeah, part rats are the best units. Second is warrior priest, then sister superior, thrall and necromancer are close after, then templar. I don't really rate the necromancer, but I'm very melee centric. If you include Lad's Got Talents, I'd say the Warp Guard tank, Lad's Got Talent Warp Guard tank's pretty cool, and the excuse me, and the what's the other, another lad? There's another Lad's Got Talent hero that's good as well. Oh, the marksman, Lad's Got Talent marksman hero is good as well if you like a shooter. But yeah, I'm interested to know why you would put Necromancer in your list of... I pretty much agree with the rest, but I'm not sure about Necromancer. Yeah, I think my matriarch... See, we were kind of safe on that first turn, but now, if we weren't up against Skaven, we'd maybe still be safe. But since we're up against Skaven, now we're kind of getting into, you know, we're actually in range of their... Yeah, we're actually in range now. I kind of want to smash this Skaven, but it's probably a bad idea, isn't it? Yeah, I might pull him forward. Suck it, loser. So he tried to ambush me, but he failed. When they pick up Warpstone, they lower the cost of their spells for like 3 turns or something. Okay. Necromancer brings the zombies online and gives huge beneficial buffs to Vampire and Thrall. As for melee Necromancer, you can do it, and they even have an AoE that hits only enemies. Their melee resist okay and dodge tank quite well. It's not 3 turns, it's next action. Yeah, it's next action, but you can sit them on top of a bag. Like if you have a bag with a Warpstone inside it, you can sit them on top of the bag and keep picking it up and putting it down and just constantly, you know, as long as you're sitting on top of a bag with, or a body. You just sit on top of a body and put the Warpstone in the body. And yeah. Yeah, no, I can dig that, I guess. I'm thinking my next vampire army, I'm thinking of going for, basically I want to make a vampire warband where it's like a cult, a vampire cult. And so basically I'm going to have a vampire lord, two vampire thralls that are like my vampires. And then all of the rest of my characters are going to be humans, like humans only, like no zombies, no ghouls, no Skaven, just humans. But the only problem is I can't get, so I'm going to use Dark Souls as my troops instead of zombies. The only problem is I can't get Dark Souls until I unlock the reputation. And I don't really want to play with like heroes only. Well, I can't play with heroes only. Like I mechanically can't do it without taking some zombies or zombies or ghouls. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure like how to, you know, like it's obviously it's a themed role-playing kind of a warband, but I'm not really sure how to, like, what would my rules be like for it, you know? Like basically as soon as I unlock the Dark Souls, then I'm going to exclusively use mortal units, and that's what's going to make the warband like cool and unique, you know? But, you know, in reality, I'm going to spend 99% of the time just playing a normal vampire warband essentially because I won't have any Dark Souls. So, yeah, I don't know what the best way to, like, yeah. Alright, fuck it, we'll just put her in here. Zombies putting disease clouds on things boosts Necro's Rotten Touch damage. Do you actually use Rotten Touch much? A rank 5 could start it. No henchmen. Yeah, I think, yeah, see, that's the thing. From the, like, storyline of it, I think starting at rank 5 and going no henchmen would be very cool. And basically, yeah, it'd be like we don't have the ability to get zombies or ghouls. We just have to only recruit mortals. So we're stuck with, like, no henchmen until we get the Dark Souls. But in terms of playing the campaign with, like, no henchmen for, like, ages, I don't know if that's going to be fun or not. But yeah, actually, that's a good idea, Captain Copies. Thanks very much for that idea. But yeah, maybe that, because I think, like, yeah, obviously, hopefully you guys get what I'm going for. But it's like, if you say, like, the storyline is that we only have human followers, no zombies, no skeletons, except for the first, like, 100 hours of gameplay, I'm gonna use zombies because I can't get any, you know, it fucks up. I mean, mechanically, it makes a lot more sense in the game, but like, but in terms of the storyline, it's like, what's the storyline? You know, what's going on? But yeah, that could be cool. And going hero only, see, the problem is, the other mechanical problem with that is that if you go hero only, you've only got 5 guys to pick up Warpstone. And if you only pick up Warpstone with 5 guys and you only auto loot from post battle with 5 guys, basically it's going to take heaps longer. The meta to grind to rank 10 is only using 4 units anyway. No, the point is not to grind to rank 10. The point is to grind rep to get the Dark Souls. How many? You don't have to use 4 characters, don't you? You can run things back to the cart. Yeah, but it's not gonna be as efficient. Like, you're just gonna get, you know what I mean? You're just gonna get way more wards. Like, you're probably gonna get at least 30% more Warpstone if you run 10 characters than if you run 5. It's just like maths, you know? I mean, you can run stuff back to the cart, but in terms of efficiency and speed, it's not gonna be very good.
Objectives updated.
But even still, you know, even despite that, I kind of think story-wise, it would make sense. And it would also, the other cool thing about it is, even though it would be really shit and it would take fucking forever, it would, yeah, give us a really strong story, as in, you know, we only have mortal followers, we're trying to build a cult, and also, it would be quite unique for people to watch, because it'd be like a hero-only campaign for most of it, until we start our cult of Dark Souls. So I don't know, could be interesting. I had a Magister with 120 melee resist once. Loaded for stun, AoE, damage spells. Loaded for AoE, stun, and damage spells. That sounds pretty cool. I'm always conflicted with my Magister because I kind of want him to be a melee tank and caster. But yeah, heavy armor doesn't really work with spells. Did you go like light armor melee resist tank for your Magister? Light armor helmet, yeah. Oh wait up, but the helmet fucks you up when you cast spells, doesn't it? Or does it? Can you cast? No. Do helmets screw you up when you cast spells, or is it only armor? 5%. It's 5% chance to fail the spell, isn't it? All right. Let's see if we can kill this leader. It's nice that we caught him with his guns out. No counterattack. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to wear a helmet, but I feel like... No, do you reckon the helmet is actually optimal, or is it better just to wear a pendant?
A new round has started.
Oh, if you wear a magic resist, if you wear a magic resist hat, does it give you resistance on backlash? Fuck off. I was not paying attention, and subsequently I just got a massive schmack on this halberd. Nice. She hits pretty hard though. That's pretty cool. Need the helmet for stun resist. Okay, yeah, true. Is the helmet enchant for backlash chance, or is it the weapons that get enchant for backlash? I thought the helmet was success chance and the weapons were backlash chance. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I might be right. All right, so we're involved in 3 or 4 1v1s, which is not what we want to be doing. So hopefully, playing Paramod. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I've never actually got into Paramod. I kind of like sticking to vanilla. But yeah, maybe I should try it, but I haven't got around to it yet. I sort of don't like the idea of like. Yeah, like a lot, like the way that, like a lot of the skills, how they've changed the skills to be more useful, because like a lot of the skills don't have like very long duration. They sort of seem a bit useless because they're so short and stuff like that. I heard that they upped the duration on some of that stuff, and and I kind of like, it makes sense, but at the same time, it kind of feels like it's not. I kind of, yeah, like, and I see the attraction and I see that that's good, but then at the same time, part of this sort of traditionalist part of me just thinks, oh, but it's not proper Mordheim because you're basically changing the rules, So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I'm conflicted. Hey, RBM, how you going, buddy? But yeah, but I'm happy to promote it though. Yeah, there's basically one main most popular mod for this game called Paramod. There's actually 2 other ones, I think. Is that right, Paven? There's one like monsters and something or other, and yeah. So yeah, Paramod kind of changes a bunch of the rules and stuff like that. But it's still it's still the same game, but it just changes it a little bit. There's another one that basically makes it so that you can have like more random warband, so you can go in with impressive, but they could have the 2 heroes instead, or you could have the extra 2 heroes and they could have the impressive. Whereas in the vanilla game, if you take the impressive, they'll have impressive. If you take the extra 2 heroes, they'll have the extra 2 heroes. Yeah, so it's Monster Madness that does that. Yeah. What else does it do? Anything else? But yeah, I think Monster Madness and Paramod are the 2 most popular ones. I think there's one other one that I think there's one other mod as well that's either maybe a version of one of those, or it's companion to one of those or something. But yeah, I think yeah, but anyway, yeah. So anyway, the point I was trying to make is there's some really popular mods, and there's also a bit of a there's also some fairly active, I think, community based around Paramod and Paranoid and stuff. And so if you want to, if being part of a community and like playing multiplayer games and getting into tournaments and campaigns and shit like that, if that's something that you're really into, then yeah, that's a thing that's available. However, I believe they do use Paramod in most of those tournaments and stuff. All right, I think we can. Yes, he's got low health. We really need to. So that one's going to go next. So we could try and get over there and get all alone, but I don't think we have enough movement. No, we don't have enough movement. I think our Lord can probably tank that henchman, but I'm not sure that the Wolf Priest can tank this guy. So we're going to get him some help. Ah, beautiful. That reduces his offensive points if he gets up. And also now he's going to have 2 characters to choose from to fight against. So should keep our Wolf Priest again. Paramod has a few more tweaks. Like on Deadly, you can only ever backtrack 2 blue pills. You can't go scout out all your movement and then run back. Oh, that's actually nice. I don't mind that. I have mixed feelings on the game playing differently depending on the difficulty though. Oh yeah, that's weird. I think I'd rather have that blue pill rule in effect all the time. It'd be cool if they could do DIE rules as well as an option to tick on or something. So you could, you can't backtrack at all. That would be cool. But yeah, I think like only being able to backtrack 1 or 2 pills all the time would be a really good change. Yeah. Hey, Plush, how you going, buddy? No, we're playing vanilla. Yeah, I like I was just saying, I don't use any mods on this game. I'm just playing vanilla. However, I think that the mods sound really interesting, and so I'm happy to promote them. Is basically what I'm saying. I'm happy to like talk about them and say how good they are and everything. And in case other people think they sound interesting, but yeah, I don't happen to use them, but I'm not against them or anything, And I can see that they definitely open up other possibilities and stuff. Okay, this guy's hopefully not going to kill me with his halberd. Our purifier might be gone as fast as she comes. Vanilla is amazing. Yeah, I'd highly recommend vanilla. I haven't tried any of the other mods, but Executioner. Oh, I was hoping he was going to die. Boom. Yeah, Sigma might be about justice and purity and all that kind of stuff. But Ulrich's about the strong crushing the weak. And that's what he just did.
A new round has started.
Yeah, no, I was just kind of saying, like, yeah, although I play vanilla, I don't want to like prejudice anyone against trying the mods because they sound like they're actually really interesting and there's definitely some value to be had there. That's all I was trying to get at. Yeah, like just because I'm playing vanilla, don't think that means that I think the mods are shit or that you shouldn't play. You should all play vanilla or whatever. Yeah, I play vanilla. Huzzah! So that was beautiful. So we got an all alone check on him. He failed, and then that means he loses his offensive points, makes it less points, and also he tries to run away. So normally, if you trap them in, they can't get away, but if you leave one side open like that, they can actually run away. And when they try and run away, you get attacks of opportunity, which is pretty cool. Okay, so their morale is now at 18/20. That means they're going to have to roll a leadership test next time they activate, which is going to be immediately after this. So immediately after I move this character, they're going to have to roll the route test. And because we've killed their leader, they're going to have to roll their leadership test with I think that's how it works. It rolls the leadership test based on the leadership of the highest leadership character in your warband. If your leader's dead, then it's going to be, some other dude that's got less leadership. So they're probably going to fail their leadership test, is what I'm saying. There we go, failed.
The faithful need never fear defeat, for great Sigmar's strength lives within them.
So what would be, so coming back to my vampire mortal coven, like basically I want to make all human characters. So I'm going to have necromancers, dregs, Dark Souls, and vampires. So yeah, all either vampires and mortal humans. Basically my two type of characters to go for.
Fantastic.
But like, what would be a storyline reasoning? Like, why? Like, why does my warband not use skeletons and zombies? Apart from that, it's cool. Could it be? I don't know. Could it be some sort of curse, or maybe we have to live in secrecy, so we have to like pretend that we're human. So we can't use ghouls or zombies because they're too obvious. Like we can't hide ourselves in plain sight. Blood Dragon vampires don't use lesser undeads. Oh, don't they? I don't think Blood Dragons don't use spells either. Actually, yeah, my Vampire Lord doesn't have magic, so he could be a Blood Dragon. Actually, I think he is a Blood Dragon because he's got the Blood Dragon armor. I mean, he could be a Blood Dragon because he looks very Blood Dragon-y. All right, so we'll say that they're Blood Dragons, and they only use human followers. They don't use lesser undead. That sounds pretty good. Blood Dragons do use magic. Oh, do they? Oh, okay. In Warhammer, I was playing Warhammer Old Realms recently, and the Blood Dragon vampires don't have magic in that. Yeah, I want to unlock warrior priests. I think I'll just finish this off to level 1. That way we get the one additional day for wordstone requests and everything.
You are becoming.
And then we'll get
famous.
plus 5% for Sigmar's Haven then. And then we'll pump everything into Sigmar's Haven. In case we want to... Actually... We could just go all out on the primary faction. Once we get enough money, we're a bit low on money at the moment, but if we just go all out on the first faction, then we could eventually get a level 7 Sigmarite Matriarch and a level 7 Maiden of Sigmar, which would help us a lot. Although it's going to take quite a while to get it fully maxed out like that. Tomes, and we can get, because we get the tomes unlocked quicker, which also puts them into rotation in the yeah, actually I think I might do that. So but if you want more money basically, then you want to rotate around, and so we get minus 10% here but plus 5% here. So if you want more money, then you want to mix it up a bit. But if you want to unlock stuff faster, then I think you're better off just sticking with one, but you'll make a lot less money. And at the start of the game, money's really important, but later on, money's of almost no importance at all. So yeah, I think if we can, we'll see how we go, but if we can get away with not needing the money, she's gonna need Master Battle Tongue. 15 leadership, yeah, and she's gonna need master command order, which is 15 leadership. So yeah, so she needs 15 leadership, but she needs intelligence for devotion. She needs 9 intelligence. Okay, that's cool. She's already got 9 intelligence, so yeah, we'll just go the rest 15 leadership. I kind of want to give her heavy armor. Actually, I want to go toughness, probably. Yeah, 9 toughness to get resilient. For these like throwaway henchmen, so when these get too high level, I'm going to get rid of them again. But yeah, when they get level 2 or 3, I'll sack them. Definitely when they get level 3, but even when they get level 2, you can keep it down a bit lower. I think it costs 15 gold a pop. Plus you get 2 weapons with them that you can sell for like 8 gold or something. So, you know, it's basically costs like 6 gold to replace them. It's pretty cheap. But yeah, so just getting weapon skills so they hit more often, leadership so they don't fail leadership tests when they get surrounded, and agility to increase their dodge chance just to make them, survive a little bit longer. This guy, we just want him to hit harder, and we do want to give him resilient, make him immune, like resistant to crits. I'm not sure what I want to do with his mental points yet, so we won't worry about that. I might give her 1 more strength point because she's got 5, so that gives her a bit more carrying capacity. Agility for more dodge. Yeah, these so there's a few different ways to go about it, but usually when I start off new characters, I set them up like this with 2 one-handed weapons. Don't like to go for the shields because they do more damage basically with 2 weapons. With these guys, I want them to have 2 weapons and 1 weapon and a shield. It's fine. I want some light armor for her, but I don't have a spare light armor apparently. Yeah, so we've got a Sigmarite Warhammer. Gives you -2% Divine Wrath chance. If we get a blue one or a purple one, it gets more and more. But yeah, we give her one of these, so then the Divine Wrath chance for this, instead of being 15, it'll be 13%. So a little bit less chance to blow ourselves up. And another Sigmarite Warhammer here, we get that as well. I'm probably not going to really even use it, but, you know. Give it 2 Sigmarite Warhammers. So now she's got only 11% chance to blow herself up, which is pretty cool.
New hired swords are available.
Got a normal quality shield from our Armorer's Apprentice. Fantastic. So she's got a burst eardrum. She's got half deaf. She's got 25% reduced perception checks. I almost never bother checking perception ever, so I figured that's basically no injury. It just makes my Warband 5 rating points cheaper, so it's kind of cool. She's discounted now. And yeah, we'll get her back in, and we'll replace her with the. We'll get rid of the Purifier. There's new hired swords available, but we've only got 944 gold, so probably can't afford anything. But Yeah, there's nothing there that we want to buy. Brutal, good. Both warbands tightly. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Let's do it.
Your scouts have discovered a rivalry.
Okay, so Vampire Lord's Noble. He hid in wartime for decades before the comet hit. His butler is a necromancer, but he was laying low, so no ghouls or zombies were recruited. And he took in dregs as charity to avoid suspicion. So he's basically he's like a human. He's pretending to be a human noble, so he can't he can't show himself by having any undead followers. I think that makes sense. Next question: do you still go strength on the Black Skaven? Like that still increases damage, right? Or do weapons work off agility? No, you still need strength. Strength increases damage. Agility doesn't increase the damage.
A new round has started.
Does anyone have a good Black Skaven, like a good Black Skaven killer, like build? Basically, I haven't done it yet, but I want to build a Black Skaven basically as a mini Rat Ogre. Basically building the same as a Rat Ogre. You know, Black Hunger, maybe, I don't know what spells, Black Hunger, Frenzy, so 30% extra damage for Frenzy, 40% extra damage for Black Hunger. Yeah, good amount of, and I guess you're going to use Dodge, so I guess you want a bit of agility. But I'm probably not too worried about survival. I'll probably just try to protect him with my other characters, and just have him come out to just kill shit. Yeah, I think I've seen a few builds like charging builds for both the Black Skaven and for the Rat Ogre. I don't really know if I agree, I don't know if I like that, because I feel like you're too pigeonholed into one thing. But anyway, yeah, I'd be interested if anyone's got any good Black Skaven killer builds that have both Black Hunger and Frenzy. And yeah, and as Mr. Phoenix asked, yeah, do you max out strength? Do you try and max out agility for dodge, or you know what's the go-to Black Skaven killer build? So yeah, somebody was saying before using Halberd on the Black Skaven, which is good if you want like massive big hit charge, but probably I would want to use them have an order leader pumping action points into them, so dual weapon is better for that. But you might still want to charge because you can get big damage from charges. I don't know. Yeah, I'm interested to see if anyone's got any any theories about that. Basically Black Skaven killer builds and also Rat Ogre killer builds, I guess. Either, both. I quite like having most of my warband kind of tanky or dodge evasion or whatever, and then just having one or two killers that kind of hide in the middle, and you just wait them, and you just wait until you protect them until it's time for them to come out, and they just delete people, you know. I kind of try and do that with Chaos as well. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It feels... I guess we're going to kind of go over here. Like around that way. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's actually a compass on the top left there, so you can tell which direction you're facing. Kind of cool. All right.
Objectives updated.
We got there. Yeah, I'd have to look at a builder, Mr. Phoenix. Yeah, I'd actually have to have a look and chuck points in and see, you know, what I wanted to do. But yeah, just have a look at this builder, and you can play around with it. Chuck points in different places, see what looks good. just yeah, I'd say for me personally, my Skaven build, it's got to have Black Hunger, it's got to have Frenzy. As long as it's got Black Hunger and Frenzy, I'm kind of open to suggestions for the rest. I think yeah, some of the charge, I've never really built charge builds before, but I think they could be good. So basically the idea would be you just stack so much damage, plus damage on the dude, with all every buff that you can think of, make him just charge and just fucking do massive damage charge and just instant kill one dude, and then just charge and then run around a bit and charge another dude, instant kill him. So your big charges will cost like 1 extra point probably. They cost 3 points instead of 2, but that's right. I think that works. That probably works better with the Black Skaven. Actually, I mean, that probably works better with the Rat Ogre actually, because their attacks don't go up in price every time. All right, we'll just a bit more this direction. Well, I'm running a Skaven Warband at the moment, and I've got a Black Skaven that I need to build, so it's like, it's topical. It's not, yeah, it's not like an urgent emergency or anything, but yeah. If anyone has got any ideas, I can usually tempt Captain Codpiece into fucking making up a build for me if I talk about it long enough. No, he might be left. Hey, Answer TFT. Whenever I see that emote that you're using there, because I'm not really familiar with Twitch, so I don't really know what the emotes mean. But whenever I see that emote that you're using, and other people use it as well, my first thought is, like on my YouTube channel, I quite often get comments from like you know, very attractive female avatar people, you know. But they're actually, you know, bots that are trying to fucking scam you to click on a link or whatever. And yeah, whenever I see that emote, that's my first thought. I always think of like bot trying to scam me into clicking on a link. So yeah, that's probably not the emotional connection that is intended. Thirst bots, yeah. What does that emote actually mean? Just like hi, I guess. Hey, Click Monkey. Feels weird to be able to watch Mercy's Mordheim for so long. I've only been on for like an hour. Alright, she's got a bit of extra movement, so we're going to utilize that movement to get her to range a little bit.
Objectives updated.
One thing I'll try quite often do is like in the early part of the in the early part of the battle before you made contact with the enemy, I'll kind of have all my henchmen who don't have as much movement just move as a group directly towards the objective, and then I have my heroes that have quite a lot more movement on the flanks, kind of like ranging, you know, ranging to the sides to try to grab some wordstone or loot and then run back to the pack with their extra movement. Really appreciate the Mordheim streams. I was getting the Mordheim itch lately. Oh, nice one. You starting a new Warband Drusho, or are you just going back and picking up one of your old ones and working on them a bit more? Or you just living vicariously through me? All right. Just going with my old Empire mercs. They start Skaven or Witch Hunters though. Yeah, man. Start a new rank 0 warband. Start them from scratch, from rank 0. Even if you've got an existing one. It's really fun to start them from scratch, I'd say. And I don't know if you're anything like me, but if you are, I highly recommend that you think of a storyline or a theme for your warband before you start. I actually got Mordheim because of you, but it's a lot more enjoyable to watch because I'm so useless at it. Okay. Yeah, it's probably I mean, I've got quite a lot of like techniques and strategies and kind of like mental ways of thinking about the game now that I've kind of developed over time. So I find it quite low stress to play this game, which I understand people think it's a very high stress game. But I don't know, for a combination of kind of like different techniques that I've got to deal with the risk management. It's about risk management. It's very much a risk management type of game. Various techniques I've got to deal with the risk management, which makes the game a lot easier. But also there's definitely a psychological aspect to it. Like you need to like train your brain to understand that everything you love will die, and you need to be able to laugh at that. So I think I think it's definitely possible to get to it. It's definitely possible to get to a place where it isn't stressful. But I think for most people, and for me as well, sometimes you want to stress. I think a lot of times when you like these kind of hardcore tactical games, it's because a part of your brain wants to have something you can really engage in that's really hard, and you are going to really try really hard and think about everything and be really careful. And it's a very active. There's certain types of entertainment and stuff that are very passive, but there's also certain types of entertainment that are extremely active. And the whole reason that they're so kind of enjoyable or therapeutic is because they absorb you completely. And I think Mordheim definitely has the potential to be one of those type of games. But if you're going to try and enjoy it in that way, you really need to set aside time and space for it. It needs to be like, the family's away, I've got a whole weekend, I'm just going to immerse myself in the epic journey of my fucking warband. It's not the sort of thing where you can be like, all right, I've only got 20 minutes to play, I want to play some more in my warband, I want to make a bit of progress with my warband and hopefully get somewhere, and then you play for 20 minutes, half your dudes die, you lose all the progress that you made for the last like 4 times that you played, and it feels really bad, and I think a lot of people have that experience, and that's why they don't enjoy it that much, maybe. I want to get more wordstone, but yeah, I feel like we're ranging too far now. But yeah, anyway, I reckon you're probably not as bad as you think lately. You probably just haven't given yourself sufficient kind of time and space to
Objectives
to get back into it. I'm not really stressed. I don't mind losing. It's just more satisfying going for pro play. I often end up disbanding a company and starting again after significant losses. Yeah, I think that's where the psychology comes in. Like, if you with these type of games, I think it's a bit of a, like, most people, the way you think about it is it's a role-playing game, so you're going to invest in the characters, you're going to care about them, you're going to build them up and blah blah blah, whereas with this it's more like you've got a mission. You've got a mission, which is to purge Mordheim of the unclean fucking filth that's there. Only the bravest and the most dedicated warriors will follow you into this fucking hellhole of destruction. Everyone will fucking die, but that's what we're gonna do because, we're dedicated servants of Sigmar. Like, so it's a story not of the individual characters, but of your overall warband. Like, the character is your warband, not your dudes. You know what I mean? So like, everyone dying is cool. It's part of the storyline. But yeah, I often end up just disbanding a company and starting again. Yeah, well, actually, that's another thing that I get from too as well. It's like, it's not so much like, I don't tend to get like demoralized much anymore, whereas I think a lot of people do. But I get distracted by new ideas.
Objectives
and it takes a long time. it takes a long time to finish an idea in this game. Like you have an idea for how you want your warband to be, and then you're going to be spending 3-4 months like working towards that. You know, if you want to absolutely max out a warband, it's not something you're going to do in a couple of sessions, you know? So I find that if you've got restart-itis, which it sounds like maybe you do as well lately, and I definitely do, you know, the chances of you kind of making it to the end of a warband without restarting and having a better idea in the meantime is, yeah, pretty high, pretty low. 5 out of 13. Yeah, they're just, the word stones are just too spread out. Like realistically, we just aren't gonna, you know, we just aren't gonna get them. So we're getting, the enemies are getting close to us now. It's getting quite risky. If we keep trying to search for wardstone, it's getting risky that we're going to be spread out and get fucked up when we make contact. So yeah, I'm not going to spread out anymore. We could try and run out and grab one of these wordstones. Yeah, nah. Gonna mug ourselves if we try and do that. So yes, I'm setting her up in ambush stance so that if this guy tries to come and attack my matriarch, then he's probably going to cop an ambush. Or if he gets through without getting ambushed, but then a second person comes and tries to double stack up on my matriarch, then that one will get ambushed. So yeah, like I was saying before, like your hit points are like a resource. You want to use them up, you know? Like you ideally want everybody in your warband to take like one hit, so that the hits are spread around, no one dies, everybody just takes a little bit of damage. That's like that's the ideal use of your hit points, you know? So anyone who's got full hit points, you kind of want them to get hit in a way, you know? Once, only once though. Why do I have to pay for treatment of my zombies? Can I just fire them and get new ones? You can fire them and get new ones, but I think you have to pay for their treatment before you fire them. I think it just won't let you. Yeah, I might be wrong on that, but yeah, I think it won't let you fire them until you've paid for their treatment. Which seems weird. Like, yeah, you should be able to just, you know, melt them down and get new zombies. Okay, she's got a lot of movement, so we can try to sneak a few more word stones maybe, but it's getting a bit risky. Does this game play similar to the Necromunda video game? Yes, Silver. Yeah, it's made by the same. It's made by the same company as the Necromunda video game. So it plays very similarly, but it's weird. Like it's just so much better than the Necromunda video game for some reason. I'm not really sure why exactly, but it just sort of is. Are you playing the different warbands on rotation? Yeah, pretty much. Not on a specific rotation. I just play whichever one I feel like at the time. Yeah, see, we could come in here and potentially get this wordstone and fight in here, but yeah, so it's a bit. Sometimes you get in these situations where I'm close. So I could, if in one movement, I could get everyone inside, and then we'd be inside, and they'd have to move through the buildings to get us. But that's sort of too close. So if we try and do that, there's a chance that we'll get caught with like half our guys here and half our guys here, and they'll, you know, it'll be fucked up. So yeah, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to stick with being outside, play it safe, stick with outside. You know, stacking up and turtling is definitely overpowered in this game. So yeah, if you're having trouble winning matches and having all you guys die all the time, just try turtling and running away from the AI, making them come to you. Just that simple strategy will make you take a lot less damage, kill them a lot easier. But yeah, I've got a Skaven warband, a Witch Hunter warband, and a Sisters warband that we're all active at the moment. And I am pretty keen in continuing with my existing Khorne warband rather than starting a new one. And I'm kind of excited about this new Vampire warband as well. At what point do you stop under-leveling the henchmen and level the whole warband? Never. Code. So yeah, like you don't have to do it this way, but if you're talking about the way that the strategy that I was explaining, you just do one at a time. So at the first you have like one hero that you care about, or maybe two heroes that you care about, and the rest you just keep firing over and over again. Then once those two guys are pretty high level, then you have a third guy that you care about. So now you got 3 guys you care about, 7 guys you don't care about. Once those 3 guys are all leveled up, then you get a 4th guy that you care about. Now you got 4 that you care about, 6 that you don't care about. And you just keep going one by one until you just care about everybody eventually. Or, you know, maybe once you get to the point where you've got like 7 guys you care about and 3 you don't, you just start leveling up the other. You just give up on the tactic at that point because it's like, yeah. Basically, that's yeah. But anyway, but as I said, that now just to confirm that this is not like, you know, the be all and end all only way to play the game or anything. This is just one way that I play, that I usually, or not always, that I often play with, and that I think is useful for most people. That's why I talk about it a lot. Not because I'm trying to say everyone should play that way, but just saying if you're not sure what to do and you want a suggestion, because I think like just having a plan, having like any plan, gives you something to try out, you know. Doesn't it's better than any plan's better than no plan, I guess. So if you have no plan and you need a plan, that's a plan that you can try out. I would like to delay this guy and not take the charge, but I really want to kill that guy as well. I'm torn. Okay, let's do it. Oof, 62 damage, that's pretty rough. I like playing this way more. I had way too much stress trying to keep all my sisters alive. Yeah, that's why I recommend it, especially for new players. Like, for really experienced players that are like masters of the game, I'd almost recommend play the opposite to make it more harder and bad, you know. But for new players, I think that playing it this way, it's mechanically better, so you will literally win more and be stronger, but it's also just psychologically a lot less a lot less painful, basically. But yeah, it's mechanically better because you'll end up with strong high-level characters, whereas the AI will end up with a spread of middling shitty characters across all of their guys. So the more you do it, the stronger you get relative to the AI. And it's also economically better because instead of investing money and time into multiple characters and then not protecting that investment and having them die, you only invest in characters that you're gonna, you know, have a higher chance of surviving. So you protect your investment. But yeah, as I said, a lot of more experienced players will intentionally not do it to make the game harder. Or some people, you might see some people like describing it as like a cheese or cheating or whatever, you know. But yeah, no, I highly recommend it. It's thematically appropriate for warbands like Vampires, Chaos, and Skaven. Yeah, especially, yeah. It works really well for 2 Thralls and a Vampire. Yeah, that's actually exactly how I've got my warband set up at the moment. My rank 10 Vampire warband. I've got a rank 10 Vampire, rank 10 Thralls. They're all 3 of them are just fucking godlike. And then I've got 7 henchmen, so I don't even have 5 heroes. I've only got 3 heroes, 2 heroes and a captain, and everyone else is just like a crappy henchman. And the henchmen, I don't even move the henchmen. I just leave them wherever they are. I don't even care about them. I just have my 3 fucking godlike vampires just go around and fucking destroy everyone. It's kind of fun. They get all the experience. They're like, they're super fast moving. Like, I think they get 7 movement, so they move really fast and they kill everyone, and it's pretty cool. Oh, actually, I was gonna say that's another way we could do it is like that. Make it so we don't move the other characters, like the zombies and make the zombies and the ghouls just passive. Like, they don't use them. They're not part of my warband, you know. Actually, yeah, I think that might be a better way to do it, because that way, I think you need the zombies and ghouls early game. Yeah, you kind of do, but just as an extra challenge, we could make it that we don't have them. We don't have any.
Objectives updated.
So I can basically make the rule that I can only use vampires and only use vampires and humans. So I can have zombies and ghouls in the game, but they won't do anything. They're not members of my group. They're just standing around being random, essentially. That would still give me some advantage because they'd be there to get killed by the enemy. But zombies don't have any morale impact, so it doesn't matter if the AI kills them. It doesn't hurt me or doesn't lower my morale or anything. So it would kind of work if I just ignored them, you know. All right, I think we're gonna move up here. I'm still like kind of holding out hope that we can somehow get a warp stone that we need, but realistically it's probably not going to happen.
Objectives updated.
Restricting zombies and ghouls from upgrades? Wild. No, restricting zombies and ghouls from everything. So I'll have some zombies just to fill out my roster, but the zombies are not allowed to move. They don't have any. I don't do anything with them. They don't move. They don't level up. They don't do anything. They just exist. It's like they're just like wild zombies that are like running around in Mordheim. They're nothing to do with me. They're not part of my warband, sort of thing. That would be the play. Yeah, I feel like that's a good compromise, because that way we're still gonna have we're still gonna get a little bit of extra loot from the auto looting of the zombies, but you know, we'll essentially be only using vampires and mortals as per our kind of mission statement. I'm gonna put her here. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. I kind of want to start that now. All right, so yeah, as I was saying before, you know, hit points are no good unless you use them. So she's using her hit points to the maximum, which is fantastic. This guy's about to die, but I'm pretty reasonably confident we can kill this guy before he gets another attack. And this wolf priest can unload a bit of damage. So. I think this guy's got light armor on, that's reducing the damage a bit. Kind of sucks. Yeah, I kind of want to give this guy heavy armor as soon as I can.
A new round has started.
I guess we can give him a shield, one-hander and shield at some point. Make him a little bit more durable. Noga Warband. Oh, shit. Lucky crit. That sucked. Yeah, this is why we need crit resistance. All right, I'm gonna low-level vampires and thralls are amazing against Skaven. Yeah. Yeah, the fear and terror kind of gets a bit less useful later on. But they we have immunity to fear and terror as well, which is cool. Immunity to poison. Okay, so he's an ambush stance, but we can just walk into combat with him here. He's going to counter-attack me. Oh no. Cool. Oh, he tried to charge. Oh no, he used 2 points for ambush stance, and then he only had 2 left. Yeah, cool. No. Yeah, he tried to charge, then the trap fucked up his charge, waste 2 points, and then he went to ambush that cost 2 points. So no counterattack. Yeah, that's cool. Don't know about end game, late game, but I'm pretty happy with vampires and thralls in melee. Yeah, vampires and thralls are awesome. I love the vampire lords and the thralls. They're super cool. I'm right there with you. All right.
Objectives updated.
Yeah, if we win, assuming we win, we actually loot a percentage of the remaining loot that's on the battlefield according to how many characters we have left alive. But yeah, you loot a percentage of the remaining stuff left on the battlefield. So the more stuff you pick up, basically, the more loot you get, I guess. I don't know. It sounds dumb when you say that, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess, like, so just say we're going to loot 50% of 10 items. That means we're going to get 5 items, right? And there's going to be 5 left behind. But if we loot 3 of those items, or if we loot 4 of those items, then we're going to loot 50% of 6 items, which means we're only going to leave 3 on the table. So, yeah, so it's like, yeah, basically the more you loot, the better you're, yeah. The more, yeah, I don't know. It's basically, I guess just more loot. The more you loot, the more loot you get. But I don't know, it seems more complicated in my mind somehow. I think it is more complicated somehow, but I always have trouble explaining that concept for some reason. I really want to kill that guy, but we can't fit through the gap. And there's not enough, we can't get around. And we can't get around the other side. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go after this witch hunter. Oh, this is the witch hunter captain. This is their leader. Yeah. Makes perfect sense to you? Yeah, good. I've succeeded. Yeah, so we lost two offense points because we got crit this turn. But next turn we'll be back to normal again. I don't know. What do you think? I think like the thing is like with the vampire theme, I think saying, you know, no zombies. If we made the theme, you know, no zombies, no ghouls. That's really easy to understand for everybody. Like like for the title, right? No zombies, no ghouls. It's really easy to understand. You watch me playing. I've got no zombies, no ghouls. But like if I do this whole like zombies, but we don't control them thing, I think that would actually be kind of more fun for me. I'd enjoy that more. But in terms of the theme and the like storyline, I guess, or whatever, like how do I describe that? No zombies or ghouls under my control, but there's some zombies floating around, but I don't control it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like really confusing. Huzzah! Smite the unbeliever. Passive zombies. Oh yeah, so it could be like a curse where he's like lost control of the zombies or something. It's kind of cool. I really need to keep this there. This guy is like very on the verge of getting dead. So I really need to keep him alive somehow.
A new round has started.
Yeah, maybe uncontrolled zombies or yeah, something like that. Like out of control zombies, random like unleashed zombies, fucking rampant zombie rebellion. Yeah, undead rebellion. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe something like that. I think is. Zombie getting, yeah. Cathay must have the worst auto resolve ever. Are you using Emerald? What are they called? What are the green dudes called? Emerald fucking Guard or whatever the fuck they are. Jade Warriors. Are you using Jade Warriors? If you got full stacks of Jade Warriors, they should have pretty decent auto resolve. If you're using peasant fucking archers and peasant cavalry and shit, then yeah, you deserve everything you get. Suck it. What do you got? 30 over 28. Okay, they haven't routed still, unfortunately. But if we can drop that flagellant, then we are good to go.
Objectives updated.
Are you using Jade Warriors and you still got bad auto resolve? Yeah. I don't know. What are you fighting against? Like, yeah. So with Jade Warriors, if you have like, just say like 4 Jade Warrior swords and like 10 Jade Warrior crossbows, basically all the damage will go into the 4 Jade Warrior swords because it's considered that they're going to tank for you. But if you have like 15 Jade Warrior swords, it'll kind of like spread it around. Pariah vampire playthrough. Your henchmen have so much disrespect for you, they've refused to follow your commands. Yeah, no, but well, the concept is that my it's a vampire cult. So I've got a vampire cult, right? And it's the cultists are human. So I've got like human cultists that worship me, my vampire cult, and so the way that differentiates from, you know, a normal playthrough is that I don't use undead followers. I only use mortal followers. So that's like the concept. I'm just trying to like figure out how to like explain that, you know, in a thumbnail or whatever. So we could make it like, yeah, just pretty simple, like no zombies, no ghouls. But like I said, it's going to be way
Objectives updated.
more optimal and faster to what about zombies, but vampires, but the zombies can't move? As that can be the title. Does that make sense? $11 out of 13. Do you reckon we could actually do it? We only need 2 more word stones. If we could somehow figure out how to get to that, and we get to that. All right, this guy's got a lot of hit points. She got space in her backpack. Fuck, it's in the roof. Fuck it. I can't reach. All right. Oh, this doesn't even connect on. Oh man, this is tough. All right, I don't think they're gonna pass their morale check, but let's put it there in case she does. Just finished the entire Gotrek and Felix series. What an awesome story. Oh really? You read them sequentially all the way through. It's cool. Fuck. Yeah, I can't yeah, I've only read like 4 of them or something, and kind of all out of order and stuff. Damn it. We've got the Sister Superior and the Wolf Priest. They've both got okay. I reckon she can do it. Did they already pass their route test, or have they not? They haven't had it. I don't think they've. Fuck, can't get through. All right, let's. All right, she can try and get this way then. She got any space? Yeah, she got one left. All right. Fuck. Yeah, there's just no way I can reach any of them. Alright, well, we didn't get our extra wolfstone, but that's alright.
Blessed are the triumphant, for in them shines the glory of Sigmar.
Excuse me.
Remarkable.
She got one more offense point now, so she got 6 points. Very nice. Light wound, recovery time 2 days. She took a crit, so she's out for 2 days.
Fantastic.
Yeah, crits suck.
Nice progress.
All right. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking with what we were saying with this one, we're just probably going to go straight up for this one. We just won't worry about the money. We should still make, you know, a decent amount of money anyway. Hopefully. Formula of reach. Alright. Switch out our Sister Superior, get our Purifier back in. We can start casting some comets. She's ranked 2, so we might sack her. I'll keep her. Oh, actually, yeah, no, we'll sack her as well. Nice. And we'll get another rank 0. And we'll just give her a dual wield. Right. Yeah, a wolf priest. He felt a bit squishy. But he's rank 1 now, so got a bit more hit points and things. I'm feeling like he's. Oh, we got an axe. I forgot about that. Sick. Alright, even though he's got 5 points, I'm going to give him an axe and a shield. Why don't have his shields? That's weird. Oh, can he not use a shield? He eschews shields. No shields. Shields are for weaklings. Alright, cool. I can dig that. I stand corrected. How dare I suggest you wear a shield? If we could give him a sword, he could parry, which might be sort of okay for him. I think if we... Does she have... What does she have in her other slot? Does she have a dagger or a sword in her other slot? Oh, here we go. She got a sword. Okay, we'll hire her. She only costs 1. She costs 0, so that's fine. No injuries. And yeah, we'll give her... We're not going to use her for now, but we could have a ranged character if we want her. Or she can be kind of like a dodge tank, I guess, but I don't know. I don't really like him too much. Yeah, and so he's currently got parry 36. So it's better than 10% dodge. So the sword allows him to parry. Sword or a shield allows you to parry. Shield gives you bonuses to parry. Sword just gives you like your base parry amount. Yeah, I like Troll Slayer, the first book. It's just, I think it's an anthology of like 3 short stories or something. But Troll Slayer is pretty good just to get you into it. Kind of gets you into the Warhammer world a little bit as well, I think. But I've pretty much enjoyed all of the Gotrek and Felix books I read. Yeah, the Troll Slayer, Beast Slayer, Zombie Slayer, and one of the other ones. I think Skaven Slayer. Skaven Slayer for it. But yeah, I think the original Troll Slayer I really liked, and Beast Slayer was cool, but yeah, and Zombie Slayer I really liked. All right, average, brutal. Okay, that one's pretty good. Warband deploys up tightly. If at least one of the warbands deploys tightly, at least that means you're not going to be too mixed together, so it can be okay. Hopefully we're the one that goes tightly. Brutal average. Okay, so this one's brutal, exceptional good. This one's brutal good average, but this one's wordstone rush. So if all the wordstones kind of together, we could actually get the secondary, which could be good. But it's not as much loot as this one. But but if we win the secondary, we'll get bonus loot and bonus experience. Whereas if with this one, we aren't going to probably win the secondary. Yeah, I'll go for this
Marching through the ruins, you are suddenly ambushed by another warband.
Fuck, see, if we're going to get ambushed, then it throws out the starting things, it doesn't matter, so we should have gone for the other one because we've got better loot.
Will have to lay siege to your defensive position if they want to prevail.
So our guys are also inside a building, basically, and they're basically going to ambush us. So all of our guys are going to start off with -1 red pill for the first turn.
A new round has started.
Oh, heretics. We're up against a band of heretic sisters. I relish this chance to cast down these traitors. Yeah, this looks bad. All right, let's try go this way. No, we're trying it this way. Oh, we're not ambushed. I thought we were ambushed. I didn't lose my red pill, so it's weird. Alright, I'm gonna set up here. Zombies only active after you hit the person. Well, I kind of like the idea of the zombies just being inactive, but what about if I just say can't use zombies or ghouls? So then if people see me having zombies, it's like, well, they're in the game, but I don't use them. You know, that still makes sense, right? Vampires are disgusted by corpses. I know it makes no sense, does it? My theory is that he's disassociative. Like it's like they're bad zombies. The zombies are a bad look for him because he's trying to like fit in with society. I see that I just wiggled a little bit and I was able to jump down without using an action point. Very nice. Okay, so if we can kill this guy and that guy, then basically that's our secondary. So we're kind of in a good spot to maybe be able to actually do it. Oh, fuck off. That was absolute bullshit. No. So it goes. Yeah. One thing, if you're getting into this game, like you need to be super careful with your movement. Like you need to, like the precise exact place where you cross that blue line matters. The Unwalking Dead? Nice. Alright, well we've got to get at least 2 on 1 on this Sister Superior, so I'm gonna try and hit that. Oh, this guy, so this guy's got 1 less red pill. Oh no, I'm confused. I reinstalled the game, it turns out I have a rank 10 Skaven Warband. May unequip everything and start again. I highly recommend that you start from 0. Start a new warband from 0, Andrew. If you, I know like it takes a long time to level up your warbands, and you want to keep leveling up that reputation. So if you want to if you're trying to work on building up your reputation more, then yeah, unequipping and starting again, I definitely recommend it. It does make it feel a lot more fresh, but it doesn't feel as fresh or as good as actually starting a completely new warband from 0. So I'd highly recommend it if you haven't done it for a while. I'd highly recommend just start a fresh one from 0. It just, the actual experience and the progression just is much more satisfying. Whereas it's not the same when you start a rank 7 with level 1 characters. But yeah, it's sort of counterintuitive. That's what I used to do, because I recognize that starting new guys and leveling them up is more fun. So I would like delete my whole warband, but keep my reputation, because that takes a long time to build up, and you know, blah blah, and you keep your enchantment recipes and all that sort of stuff. And it totally makes sense to do that, so you can keep progressing your enchantments and your reputation. But in terms of your immediate actual enjoyment of the game right now, it actually is just better when you start from 0. I think so anyway, and most people seem to agree when they try it out. But yeah, so it's kind of, but yeah, again, it's another thing that stops you from ever actually getting your warbands to max level. But I feel like it's kind of like one of those things where, you know, you kind of don't really like, if you ever get your warbands to max level and finish them, then you know you're kind of finished. Then there's nothing else to do, so it kind of ruins the game a little bit in a way as well. So it's like, do you actually ever want to get to the end of the game? Oof. If you've seen What We Do in the Shadows, it might make sense. I have seen What We Do in the Shadows. I didn't really remember that part though. Alright, I think we're slowly trying to pull this back from, it wasn't a disastrous start, but it was a bit of a bad start. But I think we're kind of getting organized here. The only problem is she's going to get attacked in the back probably by somebody coming in there. And then we're going to be in a bad way. Fuck. What the fuck was that? Did she just backlash herself and it did AoE damage? That's because that's one of the that's one of the backlashes that you can get. It does like AoE damage to everyone. So I think she tried to cast a spell. She fucked and she got backlash, and then the backlash blew up her and everyone around her. So it actually worked out well because she did offensive damage to us. Sorry, I just got a really interesting message. Sorry, one sec. All right. What new warband are you going to start, Andrew? Tell me. Let me live vicariously through your new warband. All right. I want to get this guy in there. So we don't really want to pick up any new. Yeah. So if I go out here, I'm going to get ambushed by her, and then we're going to be in a 1v1. I might win the 1v1, but I don't really want to be in a 1v1. I really want to stack up on the existing fights to make them more unbalanced in my favor. So poke our head out here. Okay. Seems safe so far. Seems like there's no doorways that we can actually get through. Fuck. They got shit everywhere. Fuck. Alright, Alright, I think I'll come in here because at least, even though we're going to be engaged, at least we'll be kind of with the rest of the pack. But yeah, see, this is, not great because we can spread around, to sort of spread too much around. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going bad. This is a bad one. Oh, she successfully cast Sigmar's Might as well. I want that wordstone. However, I also want to not die. This is rough. Okay, okay, so we got 2-on-1 on this guy. Nice, open up with a crit. Damn. Yeah, this is tight, this one. This is not great. So yeah, I do my best to, like, turtle and run away from the AI and, take advantage of the AI stupidity and stuff like that. But the AI is just boosted. Like we're playing on brutal, so the AI's got like 30% extra hit. So I think Deadly's 50% extra HP and damage. Brutal's like 30% extra HP and damage. Is that it, or 25%? I can't remember. But yeah, so it's like you try and be all clever and shit, but sometimes being clever doesn't work, and you end up just in a fight against, you know, the brutal enemy that's like stronger than you, and that's kind of where we are right now. It's not, you know, this fight's a bit too fair, unfortunately, which is not what we want. Can't reach shit. Okay, that sucks. Maybe we can run around the other way. Oh yeah, actually this should work. Maybe. Might get charged. Oh, here we go. Alright, beautiful. Okay, missed. Oof, she dead. Oof. No worries, Mr. Phoenix. Yeah, I'll be wrapping this stream up probably pretty soon. But I'll be back in an hour or two with some Warhammer. And continue the party. Yeah, I think we might lose this one. Oh, what? He's got like 80% all alone resistance. That's bullshit. That dude literally has the least chance to fail an all-alone test out of everyone on the map, and he fails it. Like, what the absolute fuck?
A new round has started.
This Superior looks way cooler than mine, I gotta say. Because she's got the I think the cloth headdress on the sister's on the matriarch looks really good. Yeah, we aren't winning this one. At least let me kill one of them. Get some respect. Get some win back some honor. Yeah, no, we're fucked. It sucks when you're in this situation because there's sort of nothing I can really do, and it's just inevitable that we're gonna lose. We just gotta fight it out. She failed her spell, and she backlashed herself as well. It wasn't a bad backlash though. So yeah, so basically, I don't really care if any, like, if every single one of our guys dies and gets crippled, and like I have to sack them all, then I don't really mind. It's just this guy's got a blue axe. This guy's blue axe is basically the only thing that I don't want to lose. So if they kill this guy before I route and then they loot that axe, then that's gonna suck. Which may very well happen. But yeah, really I don't have anything else of value apart from the axe. So hopefully it doesn't get looted. But I suspect it probably will.
A new round has started.
One more. We've got to lose one more guy, and then we have to roll a route test. Vengeance! Vengeance for Sigmar! Maybe we can kill her as well. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's really important to kill the first guy. It's really important to kill the first guy you meet straight away. Because if you kill that first guy, because it's all about that local superiority, like local outnumbering them locally, you know. And if you can kill that first guy straight away, when the second guy comes in, their second guy is alone because you killed the first guy. So instead of being two, there's only one, and they're probably now facing three of your guys. And then if you kill that third guy, that second guy straight away, then that third guy comes in, you know what I mean? Whereas if the first guy comes in and you throw 4 dudes at them and they tank it, they survive, then 2 more guys come in, and now you're close to even numbers, you know, and so yeah, so that's exactly what happened in this one. Defeat in detail? Yeah. Just explaining why I suck. Okay, now we've got to roll a route test.
Warband morale is critically low.
Now, hopefully we fail the route test before he dies and he doesn't get looted, but I'm pretty sure he's going to die. Shit. Don't loot him. I don't think she looted him. Maybe she did loot him. Is she looting him right now? Stop looting him. My matriarch is just like fighting on. She doesn't care. She's unperturbed. Yeah, their matriarch looks cool. Heavy armor on the body and cloth helmet looks the coolest look.
A new round has started.
Huzzah! Ah! He passed the route test. Like, dude, give up. We've lost. Just route. Just route. Yeah, actually, can we can manually bottle out, can't we? Abandon mission. Oh, voluntary route. Oh, shouldn't. How do I voluntary route? Apparently, we've got the option to voluntarily route, but I don't know how we do that. Oh, voluntary route. Your warband's reached threshold. You now retreat with no additional penalties. Okay. Alright, I got out of there before they killed my matriarch at least. Man, we got fucked up. They killed 6 out of our 7 dudes. It was just our matriarch by herself. She's just like, I didn't hear no bell. Fuck it, let's go. What a beast.
Pray to Sigmar to restore your valor. Expunge the doubt and fear within you. Then you will be worthy of victory.
Fortunate return.
The gods are with you.
Very good. Fortunate return. Full recovery. Very good. And he kept his axe, which is the most important thing. Very good. Fortunate return, full recovery, beautiful. Fortunate return, dead. Oh well. At least we get to keep her weapons, so that's fine.
It's over for this one.
She was getting too high level anyway, so that's fine. Fortunate return, amnesia. She's gone back down a level, like, but she's lost XP, but that's fine. We wanted to keep him low XP anyway, so yeah. Old battle wound, crippling damage, nervous system, reduced accuracy, is maximum 1. That's actually not bad, but yes, I think they're you can't fire them until you paid their treatment. Yeah, because she's crippled. Oh, she got her weapon looted, so that sucked. So yeah, so we lost and we just got utterly annihilated, but you know, we didn't really lose anything, you know, like we lost a couple of sisters, one sister died, one novice died, another died, one got permanently crippled, but I don't care because they're just novices that I'm not really invested in. And so, yeah, it's a lot more, yeah, I feel like you know, your will to fight on is a lot more durable if you don't care about all of your characters. Excuse me. All right, let's get the Sister Superior back in instead of her. And I think if we actually got rid of this guy and put another Sister Superior, had 2 Sister Superiors, I think we'd actually be a lot better off. He's okay, but yeah. I mean, he can use a blue axe, which is pretty cool. He's the only one of our dudes that can use an axe, so. Brutal Sister Ambush is really tough, really rough. Yeah, it was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. All right, so we have to advance the day. I got 827 gold. So we got a rank 4 matriarch we could save up for. She's healthy, yeah. We could go for a rank 4 matriarch. She'd have a couple of skills. We could maybe give her like heavy armor or something like that. I watched the VOD of you getting back-to-back demons. Yeah, that first demon, the one that fucked and destroyed us, that was pretty bad. We killed the other one. We just managed to kill the Skaven before the demon died. But yeah, it's actually quite hard to kill the demons because even if you are strong enough to defeat them, you've got to kill them before the other warband routes. So yeah, it'll get easier as we go on because we'll get stronger and the enemy will you know, we'll get higher leadership, so they won't rout as much. I'd like to give light armor to my matriarch, but yeah, there isn't any. Is there any of these guys wearing light armor? Oh yeah, this guy's wearing light armor. We could take his light armor. Alright, I'm gonna get this guy and we'll just sack him straight away. But that means we can get his light armor. There we go. Nine toughness, agility. I don't think it's worth worrying about agility. I'm just gonna get all that strength. We're gonna make him like a kind of a killer. Oh, he's got light armor as well. I mean, he's got no. I thought he had light armor. Crap. I want him to have light armor as well. And a helmet. Oh, he did have light armor and a helmet, and they got looted. What the fuck? All right, that sucks. Alright, no more light armor for us, I guess. Yeah, well, he's like low enough that we don't really care what happens to him, I guess. I would like to give him light armor, but... Alright, let's do it. Brutal, good, good. Brutal, good, good. Tightly, yep. Alright, beautiful. Do it.
Enemy warriors have been spotted all over the area in small groups,
Hey, main output.
as if they were scattered by something. You stage your warband near your wagon, ready to take advantage of the enemy's misfortune.
Not sure if I got the idea from your man output, but yeah. My idea is to make my sister's warband into a heavily armored...
A new round has started.
Bunch of beasts. And then eventually I'm going to get a maiden. And they're going to basically be her entourage. Alright, I got a good feeling about this one. I feel like we're going to... Although this is a brutal one, it's not an ambush, and I think we're going to smash it. I kind of feel like I need to have a little laydown or a nap after this before I get into my, you know, 8-hour Warhammer stream that we've probably got coming up. But we'll see how we go. See, my sister, like, my matriarch looks kind of cool, but yeah, that cloth headdress just looks way cooler than the this weird iron hat that she's got. But I just feel like the cloth headdress is just not as cool. I mean, it's not as... I feel like the helmet's way better, basically, with the stun resist and everything. But the cloth hat does look way cooler. Tricky one. Alright, we've got a lot of wordstone right here. So I'd say we just hit that and come down here and hopefully we get our 14. We might send some of our characters to run after those other run after those side ones.
Objectives updated. Objectives updated.
Yeah, the Demon Hunters one's really cool. I'm glad we've encountered a bunch of demons already. I've started keeping a tally of how many demons encountered and how many demons defeated. So far we've encountered 2 demons, we've defeated no demons. That's our scorecard so far. It's probably going to be relatively hard for us to actually get any of the demons, but we'll see how we go.
Objectives updated.
If we can kill like 1 demon with the Demon Hunter Warband, I'd be pretty happy.
Objectives updated.
Looks like this one's going to be pretty lucrative. Does anyone think the Wolf Priest is actually a good hero?
Objectives updated.
I don't really ever hear about anyone singing the Wolf Priest's praises or anything. He's like okay as just like a, you know, a bit of muscle, but yeah, he's nothing to write home about. I don't think really. I haven't really thought. There's nothing I haven't come up with any ideas for him that are amazing. Like, kind of going to use him as like a killer, a killer guy, but because I think he's got pretty good physical and martial stats, so he kind of makes him an okay killer in that regard. But he doesn't have any. I don't think he has any like special abilities that makes him do a lot of damage or you know, there's nothing really amazing about him as far as I can tell. Warrior priests are amazing. Warrior priests are super fucking amazing. I love the warrior priests. They make great, like, kind of like just shield tanky dudes, and they can cast healing spells. Yeah, warrior priests are really cool. I agree. I'm on board with that sentiment. I'm getting extremely far away from our lads. However, this is a cluster. That is a wordstone cluster. So hopefully if it takes them 2 turns to find us, then should be able to run, should be able to catch up to the rest of our lads. What's the range? So I've got a special ability which I can't reach her with. There it is. So I can first Sigma her. That'll give her extra movement to help her to catch up next turn. And she'll be able to catch up next turn because she's a bit closer.
Objectives.
So again, if they engage us this turn, then it's bad because they're out of position. But if we get 2 more turns, then we should be able to recombine our forces. What's your sister playthrough all about, main output? Have you got a theme or anything? Or are you just going for pure sister vibe? So yeah, as much as I don't think the Wolf Priest is a standout in any particular area, he looks really cool, and I like the idea of him hanging out with our sisters for a while. I don't think we'll make him a permanent addition, but he's just like another wanderer that we met in the tainted streets of Mordheim. Fellow adventurer walking on the same path for a while.
Has started.
Skaven. Yeah, so Skaven are fast, so we're gonna be in contact with them very soon. My goal with sisters is always to fully deck out their impressive, but I've never accomplished it. Oh, okay, I've made a few pretty good impressives. I'm pretty much fully decked them out, I think. Yeah, because once you start getting rank 7 maidens, yeah, once you start them off from rank 7, it's not too bad. And also, I tend to kill like half or most of the enemy team just with the impressive, so they kind of level up quite fast as well. I don't think well, yeah, as I was talking about before, like when I say fully decked out, it's like she wasn't like fully decked out, I've had one with like, obviously all purple gear,
objectives,
a few good enchants, but some of the enchants aren't quite right, like you've got like soldier enchant because you didn't have anything better for that slot or whatever, that kind of stuff. But full I've had them up to level 10 with full skill setup, but just not with all the correct enchantments. And yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I know. I've had it like pretty fully decked out, but there's actually like kind of another level of that. We've got all of the enchantments perfectly, and also all the books. So I didn't have all. Yeah, you can have 3 books. One that 4. Yeah, you have 3 books. One that gives you extra skill point, 2 extra skill points, 3 extra stat points, and 3 extra maximum on one of your stats. So yeah, so I haven't got the, I've had one with like maxed gear and maxed skills, but not quite maxed enchantments and not with all the books. So yeah, so I still have that aspiration to look forward to. 8 out of 14. All right. I'm trying to nab this one more. Oh fuck! I don't have enough inventory. All right. I'm gonna put this guy in parry stance, even though we don't have much parry, just because there's not much point in putting him in ambush a lot of time because the Skaven have more movement. So yeah, like they're gonna charge me from outside of my ambush stance anyway. I'll put this one in ambush stance though, so if the first one charges him, he parries, then the second one tries to stack up on him, this guy will intercept. Max gear, max level probably still kills pretty well. Oh yeah, she killed pretty well, alright. For sure. So yeah, sort of like not ideal to put these guys in ambush because, like I said, because they're gonna charge me anyway. But their job really isn't to win; it's just to stop the wolf priest from getting stacked up on. Awesome. Put an ambush there, because if they come through the gate, she can ambush them. Alrighty. Yeah, fuck, she's far away. Okay, so yeah, so because I cast that for Sigma, she's got 9 movement per square, so her circle is like really big, which is pretty cool. Oh. You know what? I'm kind of thinking maybe we go to Pound Town on this guy. Because, yes, vampires have 7 movement. She normally has 6, but she's currently rocking 9. So yeah, she's quite a lot faster than a vampire. Sort of dangerous leaving these 2 guys exposed by themselves, but I'm hoping we can beat the shit out of this dude 2-on-1 and all will be well. That sucked. I totally could have charged him because I had 9 movement, which I totally forgot about. So that was just completely unnecessary, that charge, that taking that hit. Now I'm gonna charge from this side so that he's got space to run away. That way, if he does, he probably won't run away. But if he does, then we get free attacks on him. But yes, no, I've definitely had the joy of having a kitted out maiden fucking destroying everyone. Which is joyful. Yeah, I had maiden with like a frenzy maiden, frenzy, and what's that skill that makes you penetrate dodge? Like basically it's like max dodge penetration, frenzy maiden, and we had like and I had a sister superior who would follow around, buffing her movement and insulting her enemies and stuff, so she would hit more often. And also had a matriarch that was give her order, like 3 extra attacks per turn from order as well. And yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so I was hoping we could quickly eliminate this guy, but yeah, it didn't. Yeah, bloody Skaven. But yeah, that's kind of the point of this warband, is to basically do that again, and yeah, basically all of our sisters are gonna kind of worship our maiden as the paragon of Sigmarite virtue. That's our theme, or there we go. Now he's got all alone, outnumbered. Nice. The leader's probably going to come in and just absolutely flog us at some point. But that's okay. I might just try and kill this one guy first. Come on, one more. Just don't miss. Glory. Okay, that's good. Now we can 2-on on this other one. And probably beat them as well.
Objectives updated.
Alright, I'm going to go on this side so that if they fail, they're all alone. They've got space to get away. So if I went on this side, and they tried to jump back, they'd hit into that wagon and they wouldn't be able to get away. So they lose their attack if they fail, but we won't get our attack of opportunity. On this side, if he fails his leadership test, he'll actually run away and both of us will get a free attack on him as well. Chosen with halberds or warriors of chaos, or the Archaeon Doomstack. Chosen with halberds or warriors of chaos, as in what? Warriors of chaos with halberds, or sorry, warriors of chaos with shields, or chosen with halberds. Those are my two options. Oh, chosen with halberds or warrior or aspiring champions. All right. What do you want? You want to be stronger or cooler? Yes, aspiring champions are stronger. In most situations.
A new round has started.
My point is, I chosen even good as melee infantry. Yeah, I don't know. I usually, I think I like the idea of going for Chaos Knights with Archaeon. Like getting the Swords of Chaos, his like special. Here we go. Boom. I had an intimidate vampire. I think I've had an intimidate sister as well. They're pretty cool. So basically, if you got a bunch of dudes engaged with somebody, you get your sister to cast intimidate. After you've done all your attacks and everything, and you got nothing else left, then you use intimidate, which costs blue pills, so it doesn't cost any attack. And if usually they pass their leadership test, but if they fail, then they run away and everyone gets another free attack on them. It's like, you know, it's not that great because it usually doesn't work, but when it does work, it's pretty cool. And it's sort of free a lot of the time because you've often got like extra blue pills you don't really need, and so you can just intimidate and try your luck. If you're lucky, they rout and you get heaps of damage. Crap. I'm gonna delay. We can maybe move him somewhere more useful after this guy goes down. Alright, I reckon we're probably getting close to routing them territory. 24 over 22, yeah, as soon as one more goes down, they're in route town.
Objectives updated.
I might... delay for a second. So we need 4 more wordstone to win the secondary. I feel like we're probably going to kill that other guy, so we don't really need...
Objectives updated.
I feel like we're probably going to kill the hero, and then they're probably going to rout. So we kind of don't need the to kill their leader. Nope. Yet. No, I already got... Oh, no. I didn't check. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Have you managed to fix it yet, by the way? Hey, Warpstone Hamster. Managed to fix what? Alright, we'll just put him there so he has to roll all alone if he gets another attack. I don't think we can... Oh. Alright.
Objectives updated.
Maybe we can do this. Probably not. Alright. Take this guy to Pound Town. No, maybe not. So they're gonna have to roll a route test now, because they're 11 out of 22. We need 2 more bit of wordstone. Fuck. Yeah, we just can't quite get to... we could maybe get to that bit. I don't think so, though. Maybe there's a bit of tiptoeing somehow. The skill issues? I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, Wobstone Hamster. Are you trying to make a joke that I'm completely not getting? Because that's quite possible. I can definitely see how that could happen. Alright, we can't reach anyone. Alright, what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and loot that. I'm trying to loot that hero and see if he's got... Crap. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna fucking sit here. Alright, they're probably route failed, you know? Yeah. Damn, we were so close to getting that secondary. Just sarcasm? Ah, okay, no worries. Yeah, sorry. I thought it was some sort of in-joke that we'd had in, like in a previous conversation or something, and couldn't remember what you were talking about.
The faithful need never fear defeat, for great Sigmar's strength lives within them.
Joke's on you, Mercy. I never
Remarkable.
uninstalled Mordheim. You've outsmarted me. Sisters, all right. I think we have to do an Alaric quote to finish off the sisters. The sisters' holy mission to defeat chaos and fight the demons. So we'll have an inspiring quote from Justicar Alaric of the Grey Knights. We do not know what our chances of survival are, so we fight as if they were zero. We do not know what we are facing, so we fight as if it was the dark gods themselves. No one will remember us now, and we may never be buried beneath Titan. So we will build our own memorial here. The chapter might lose us, and the Imperium might never know we existed. But the enemy will know. The enemy will remember. We will hurt it so badly that it will never forget us until the stars burn out and the Emperor vanquishes it at the end of time. When chaos is dying, its last thought will be of us. That is our memorial, carved into the heart of chaos. We cannot lose, Grey Knights. We have already won. That was what your jokes on me comment reminded me of, Phoenix. So I felt we had to finish off with that quote. All right, I'm gonna go have a bit of a rest for a little while, and yeah, I'll be back in like 1 or 2 hours. Probably play some Warhammer if you guys want to be up for that. I might some other people might be. It's a Warhammer 40k quote, Grey Knights. Yeah, I might just see if anyone else is streaming. We might be able to chuck a host to somebody because we were on a bit earlier today. Yeah, no worries, Clock Monkey. Like to have you around. Oh yeah, Radiant Ash is playing some Tyrion. I love a good Tyrion campaign. I'm jealous actually. Now I want to play Tyrion. Yeah, so Radiant Ash is playing some Tyrion. So I'll pop you over to the Radiant Ash stream after this. If you want to check out a bit of Warhammer Total War. I don't know if she's on. Yeah, I don't know if she's on. Yeah, no, I don't know if she's on Twitch. So yeah, the Twitch people have to find your own way. I don't know anyone on Twitch. Anyway, all right, guys, no worries. I'll catch you later. See ya, Warpstone Hamster. Sorry, sort of leaving just after you came, and Landar. See you, buddy. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out, and hope you enjoyed the latest installment of our Sisters of Iron. Catch you next time.